So yeah, so just that's to answer your question. It's okay. These what such a nice rose. Let me see if Angelica wants to join. Looks like she just joined up right now. Let's see if she wants to be our guest. Okay, so we also got Miranda. Hola Miranda, buenas noches. ¿Cómo estás, linda mamacita? So mira, voy a hacer, and I'm gonna be making this rose right here, you guys. I'm gonna continue to draw this. So if you guys wanna have nothing to do and you wanna kick back with me, this is what I'm gonna be doing, you guys. Okay, so this is what I do when I relax. And right now, I feel like I need to relax. So this is what I'm gonna be doing. Working on this and talking to you guys. And that's what I do, guys. This is what I do when I want to relax. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so there we go. Let's set this up real quick. Boom, bada boom. Whoops. Go. All right. So, anyways, yes, yes, we love your show, Jose. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it so much. That's why I'm trying to do different stuff, because that way I know people like my show, so I want to be able to, give them that stuff they're looking for. They're looking for something, entertaining, and I think this entertains people, you guys. Me drawing and talking and whatnot. Yeah. Let me see. Let me fix this real quick, you guys. I don't want to lose you guys. Blah blah blah. Let me see. These. Thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are great. I love the way that you guys support me, and that's what motivates me. I wasn't gonna start drawing, but I know that people like it, so that's why I'm doing it, because people like my drawings. So I decided to, please people. People want to see my drawing, so that's what I'm gonna do, you guys. I'm gonna keep drawing, and I'm going to be raffling these off, so that people that did want to get some of my drawings, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be raffling them off and giving them away, stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Let me get this real straight here, because it's kind of hard to do this, you guys. Bear with me. Guys, it's kind of hard to do this, you guys. I'm really sorry, but I'm trying right about there. Give me a second. I gotta be able to set it out, because once I start, I don't want to stop, you guys. So please bear with me. I'm about to start any second, as soon as I'm ready. There, that'll do it. Right there. I can see center on both phones. That looks good. Okay, I'm ready now. So now I'm just gonna put on some music. So it can once I start my music, it helps me relax and I can concentrate. And then I'm able to concentrate on this, you guys. Because if I listen to the radio, it's different, because on the radio I don't know all the songs. So that makes me lose concentration. But on YouTube, I put on the music that I like. So then I'm able to concentrate, because I know the music, I know the beats, I know the songs, I know the words, and that makes me concentrate a little bit more, you guys. All right, here we go. All right, you guys, so check it out. I'm going to be starting now. I'm going to be using my red, my blue pen, and my green pen. Actually, this is green and this is darker green. This red pen was going out of ink yesterday, so I'm going to be just touching up that rose a little bit, and then I'm going to continue with the next colors, you guys, because these pens, they're not good. I thought they were good, but They cost a lot of money, but the ink, the way it doesn't do the things I wanted to do. So yeah. Anyways, letting my hair. It's getting kind of cold, so I'm gonna put on my sweatshirt, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started, people. Once I get started, I'm sorry, but I can't really talk. I can't really read your guys' comments. So if you guys have any questions, ask me now. It says, did you finish your work at John's? Yes, house at still working there. No, I finished that kitchen already. I finished that kitchen. There's a video on the finished product, the whole countertops, the tiling, everything is on YouTube. You guys can check it out. Came out great too. John and his wife, they were really, really happy, you guys. And so yeah, I'm done there. I'm Miranda. I think you were watching me on YouTube when I was working there. Then I got banned from YouTube. That's probably the last time that you saw me working at John's house. But yeah, that job is done. I'm on to the next one, you guys. All right, here we go. So remember, I'm not gonna be able to watch the screen now, you guys. So I really, if you guys hang around, I ask you to please keep sharing my live. That way, other people can follow me, and it'll be a little bit more worth it for me to. It'll be a little bit more worth it for me to be drawing and stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Okay, guys. So I want to explain everything again because I know there's newcomers and stuff that are just kind of showing up. Real quick update. Okay, so here's what I do. I have my pencils. I have my pens. I have my colored pencils. I have everything that I need. I have my music. So this is what I do, you guys. So what I do is I sketch everything in pencil first. See, what I'll do is I'll make real light lines like this, okay, so I can barely see them, okay? And then, so I'll do the whole drawing in pencil first, and then once I got the shape that I want and all that, then I go ahead and I start using my pens, okay? These are ballpoint pens. It's ink. So once you draw something, you make a line or whatever, you can't erase it, okay? This is pencil, so I can erase it, see? But the pen, once it's on there, it's on there. So I have to be real careful. I have to take my time. So yeah, you guys, here we go. And then this is my little test palette thingy. What I do here is I test out my pen, see? I see how they write, I see how fine they write, I see how hard they write, and then I also see how they shade. See, when I'm shading, I try to see how the pen is going to react to this paper, okay? Because all papers are different. And this paper here, I bought it because it's very thick. See, it's super thick. Okay, it's kind of like cardboard, and it's got texture. So the texture helps me spread the ink a little bit better than that cheap typewriter paper. It's all flat and glossy, and the ink works weird on that kind of paper. So I don't use the cheap stuff. I go and I buy the good stuff so that my drawings come out better, you guys. Okay, so this paper here, it's expensive, but it makes my drawing come out real nice. And so when I'm doing a drawing like this, I don't want to, I don't want to buy the cheap stuff, okay? For one drawing like this, this is going to take me a few days to finish. So, I don't want to buy cheap stuff and make it look okay when I can buy the good stuff and make it look better.
So, however you connect online,
same thing with my tools and same thing with my work. I try to do the best I can so that, it makes it worth my time, makes it worth my client's time. And then it's not that much better, you guys. And it makes me feel a lot better. So that's what I use this for. Also, another thing you want to do is you want to wash your hands as clean. I just took a shower, so I don't have to wash my hands. And then, so what you want to do is you want to have clean hands when you do this because if you have dirty hands, it smears and it makes it look terrible. And then once it smears, it's really hard to fix. You can't really erase it because your hands have grease, oils, and all that. Okay, so don't go wash your hands if you haven't washed your hands. Also, what you want to do is you want to have a piece of paper like this. See, I use the same kind of paper because if I use typewriter paper to do my testing like this, okay, when I do it on this paper, it's not gonna be the same. So you don't want to do that. So I cut a few pieces of this paper. I cut them off so I can make these scrap pieces of paper so that when I test my pen, it's gonna be the same effect on this paper that on this one. Okay, you guys. And this piece of paper here, this is so you can put your hand on top of it and you can go like this and draw and whatever like this. Don't press on it too much though. But this is so that your palm does not smear, okay? That's what this is for. And so this is what I do, you know? Like right now when I use my green pen, so I look at everything that I did in green. Okay, I tried that like that. That looks pretty good. I did the squirrely thing. That looks alright. And then I did what the stem's gonna look like kinda. And I liked it. So then I'm doing it over here now, see? So this is my test paper, okay? That's kind of like my doodling thingamajiggy. All right, let's continue. Okay, well, see, it looks like we got people joining in. I appreciate that, you guys. People are liking it. That. What do you do? Do you do like request? What? Wait. Do you do like request? Yes, I do. I do request. I do song request. I'm gonna be doing drawing requests, but I can't draw a drawing for everybody, you guys. I wish I could. Honestly, I wish, but I can't. Okay. This this drawing here that I'm doing right here, I'm drawing it for a for one of my viewers. Okay, her name, she goes by the name His Sunny Days. Okay, and so she's been following me, and I like this lady. She's really cool. I've never met her. Okay, I've never met her in person, but the way she motivates, well, started motivating me and stuff like that, you know. So I decided to go ahead since I wasn't doing how to do drawings before, but I am now, and so my first drawing, I'm dedicating it to her. Okay, guys. And so if other people want me to do something similar for you, I'm gonna be making raffling drawings like this off, so that you know whoever wins, they get to request the kind of drawing that I'm gonna be making, and then that person is gonna win that drawing. So you get, you know, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send this to her, just the way it is with the pad and everything. She can. Actually, I'm probably gonna cut it right here for her because it's gonna be tough, and then she might break it or something. So I'm gonna send her the paper, and then she can have it framed over there or throw it away or whatever, you know. But yeah. So, anyways, that's my plan, you guys. I'm gonna keep drawing almost every day. Probably, I'm gonna try to do it an everyday thing. But sometimes I gotta go see the ladies, and you know, then drawing. Okay, you guys. But other than that, I am gonna try to draw every day, so that there's people out there that want to learn how to draw like this. Okay, this kind of drawings, you guys, these are jailhouse art. Okay, so people that are they go to jail a lot, this is the way they draw. Okay, I know because I'm one of those folios. Okay, I mean, it's been a long time since I've been incarcerated, but that's where I got real good is by being in jail all the time, and that's not fun, guys. Okay. So for those of you that are wondering where, people keep asking me, where'd you learn how to draw? Where'd you learn how to draw? Okay, well, I always knew how to draw since I was a little boy. So I always wanted to be an artist. You know, when you're a little kid and you want to draw, you're, oh, I'm going to be an artist like Picasso or whatever. Okay, and then reality kicks in. And so when I started getting incarcerated, I knew how to draw pretty good already, you guys. but nothing like this, okay? Just being in jail and being locked up all the time gives you a lot of practice, okay? In jail or incarcerated, wherever I'm at, I really don't like hanging out with the dudes there because it's always drama about something, you know. So I really like to keep to myself, and drawing is the way I can keep to myself. A lot of the times, I used to draw in myself in the middle of the night when everybody's sleeping, the whole jail's well, I mean, except for the guy screaming in the middle of the night, the nutcases, you know. But other than that, it's quiet. All you hear is the guards walking by doing their rounds. You can hear their keys, you know, that kind of stuff. But you don't hear a bunch of crackheads running around, you know, complaining, drama. Okay, so yeah, so that's why I started drawing because I wanted to myself, you guys, you know. And then also when you're incarcerated, a lot of dudes in there, they don't have money, you guys, and this is a way to make money in jail. Okay, I was making pretty good money in there. You know, when a lot of times when I got incarcerated, nobody really cares about you. Okay, you're locked up and you're broke. You know, because you're doing shit on the street that it really what didn't pay. You know, honest money and all that. So you go in there broke, and then there's dudes in there that this is what they do. This is how they make their money, just drawing all day long. And I was one of those dudes. You know, I was broke to start. I started drawing. You know, because I saw other guys doing it, and they were making sopa here or whatever back in the days. And so I started doing that because I was broke. And so I don't eat very much, you guys. Okay, those of you that know me, I don't eat very much. So the food that the state was giving us or whatever, that's enough food for me. I always have leftovers, you know what I mean? So, you give it to the camaradas there, hey, pues échate aquí la frutita, homie, ahí te va. You don't throw it away, you know what I mean? You give it to somebody else. You don't want to give it to strangers though, because then like, you get in trouble and all that kind of stuff. Pero si son tus camaradas, it's all right, you know what I mean? You don't want to throw the food away. So, instead of getting soup, I mean, I would get soups, but then you trade those soups for something else. And so I love chocolate, you guys. I love chocolate. I love candy bars, chucheras like that. And when you're broke, you can't buy that stuff in there. See, like right now, look, I'm drinking a hot coffee. This is cappuccino, okay? So it's chocolate and have coffee. A Cadillac, for those of you that have been incarcerated, you know what a Cadillac is, right? Órale. So let me fix the chingadera here, you guys, because it's going dead again. Oh, man, I'm telling you, if it ain't one thing, it's another, homie. Let me check this shit out. Give me a second. I'll fix this chingadera. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Sorry about that, guys.
I've tried several different times.
Here we go. Like that. Can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see, right? That's good. That's good. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me see. Angelica's here. Let me see if she wants to talk to us. So anyways, you guys, yeah, when you're incarcerated, this is a way to make money, you guys, okay? And this is also a way to stay out of trouble. You got all those vatos out there running around, trying to prove that they're all this and all that, because they got nothing to do, okay? And myself, this is a way to keep kind of like clear-minded. Because when you're incarcerated, people, there's always a bunch of losers running around. And I don't want to listen to those fools. Can't be disrespectful either, because they'll put you on check, so don't be doing that either. Just give them their space, give their space, but don't be trying to clown people, because they will put you in your place, okay? It doesn't matter if they're retarded or whatever. It doesn't look good to be trying to kind of let people know that this, and you're all that, and you're too good for them. Don't be doing that, because those are the fools that get put on check right away. Okay, and thank God I never got, I never got to that point where people wanted to put me on check. I was always a dudes that just, everybody respects, and you just kind of just give them their space. Okay, so yeah, so those of you that wanted to know where I learned how to draw, like I said, I always knew how to draw, but I never knew how to draw like this, because this is kind of jailhouse kind of stuff, you guys. Okay, the shading, all want to do it like this. They all do it like this. Even the tattoo. When you're doing a tattoo, this is kind of the same thing you're doing, guys. Okay. Oh, another thing. When I was incarcerated, the guys in there, right? They would tell me, "Hey, man, you draw really good, Holmes. Why don't you, hazme una placa aquí, un tatuaje," or white guys or black guys, and it's the gavas or whatever. And I'd be like, "No, man, I don't like it. No, I don't want to. I'll mess it up." I'm like, "No, man, you're good. You could do it," and all this and all that, right? And I'd be like, "No, man, thanks. I don't want to do it. Ask somebody else." And asking you and asking you and asking you, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be a culero, and so I'd be like, "All right, but I don't have a gun." And the vatos, would hello,
Hello, cats.
how you doing?
È solo lei limita a questi soggetti.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't understand a word you're saying, but thank you, bye bye. See you later. Bye. I don't know. Oh man, how do I do this now?
Hai visto? No, ma ho trovato soggetto con Matte, no?
How do I turn this off?
Metti pure il risato.
No, I shouldn't have done that. Close. Hey lady, can you hang up on me because I kind of messed up.
You only have to quickly.
Great.
Fanno scherziare. Tu sei divertito la bambina stasera?
Bye lady.
Io stacco.
Yeah, sácala. How do I turn you guys off?
Ciao.
Amo, ciao, attendo che sei tu, non me.
E tuo amo lo dice a chi sei tu, no?
Oh man.
Ok.
Ciao. Oh, ma non posso che non ti sciutata da massa.
Great. Now I can't even turn it off.
Esci che ti invito, mamma mia.
Sorry lady, but I gotta go. Thank you. Oh, thank God she left. Sorry about that, you guys. I kind of pushed one button and it went the other way. So anyways, let me continue with this. Let me see, where was I at? Oh yeah, I was right there. I was doing it right. Oh, what's happening? Let me see, it's my nephew Anthony. He likes to come on here and talk his little smack. Let's see what he's got. All right, you guys. So anyways, it says, I used to draw my roses like that. Oh, right on, Joe. You were probably in jail too, huh? Okay, so wait, do you do? Yes, I do requests once in a while, you guys. And so yeah, that's what I do. I want to continue here. So when you're in, like I was telling you, when you're in jail, this is a way to make money, people. When you're poor, your homies ain't gonna go rob the 7-Eleven and send you some feria. No way. Never happened to me. And then your parents are the only ones to go visit you guys. Honestly, trust me, your parents are the only people that will. Well, Angelica used to visit me in jail, and my brothers did too. But like once in a blue moon. Angelica, she used to visit me every weekend or whenever she could, and she would drag her kids to go visit me. But her kids loved me though, because I used to take them fishing all the time, and I do that with all our family kids. And so, But and Angelica, God bless her soul, she used to, she would put money on my books, $20 here and there, and she still had to take care of her kids, single mom y todo. It was hard on her. I don't know how she did it, you guys, but I guess that's a single mother kind of a secret thing. I don't know. But my point is that that's one of the reasons why I started getting better and better at drawing, is because I needed to get money, to buy my candy bars, to buy my chocolate or coffee or whatever. So that's one of the reasons I started. I started selling more envelopes, because in there you get those prepaid, pre-stamped envelopes. They sell them in all the prisons and everything, and those were my favorite, because they always had the prepaid stamp on there, and that paper is quality paper, so you can draw really good on those envelopes, you guys, because it's quality paper. And so I would buy a lot of those. And I would do pretty roses all day long, here and there, and so that's your money right there. Like if I could sell this in jail or prison or wherever. I could sell this to somebody, and I'll just ask them, hey, well, they'll say, hey, can you make it out to my wife? I'll say, sure. What's your wife's name? And then you put their wife's name right here on the ribbon, and make it look. You may ask them what kind of letter do they want. Do they want Old English? Do they want calligraphy? Or there's all kinds of bubble letters. There's a lot of lettering you can do. Okay, you guys. So let me see. Let me see. I'll do this one right here. Okay, sorry guys, I kind of get sidetracked sometimes. Nope, stupid thing doesn't work, guys. I'm trying to put on some music. I'm sorry, it's just that I can't. If I don't put on music, you guys, I can't do it. I can't do it. But tomorrow I am gonna be buying another phone, so that way, you guys, I can talk to you guys at the same time, and I can read your comments, your questions. Alright, I think I helped check it out. Here I am with John. John and I were able to install these countertops. Are very heavy. Oh, here's that video that that girl was asking me right now about John's house. Look, I finished those countertops. Okay, so for those of you that have been watching, keep watching my TikTok show, the Stick Out Healthman show. We're gonna be going to Taqueria Santa Rosa right now. If you guys wanna join us, okay. Well, anyways, forget that. I'm trying to find that other thing, guys. Alright, I think I helped. Easy. Alright, I think I helped Frenchie. Come on. Get out, here I am with John. John and I were able to install these countertops. Are very heavy. Sorry, guys. Alright, let's stop messing around, you guys. I know you guys got things to do too, and here I am, getting carried away. Alright, here we go. So on this one, what I'm going to do here, see how I got the outline, right? I got the outline on the outside here. This is the darker green pen that I was using, okay, you guys, just for reference. It's this one over here, see that? I did the outline, these outlines and everything with that pen. And I'm using the lighter green because it makes that line stick out when I'm shading it. Okay, and I always see you use lines little by little. You press when it's really close. What's that was it? When you start it off, is what I'm trying to say. You press on them. You do small lines, and then when you go further out, you do lighter, and it'll. That's how you get it to kind of like fade. Okay, you guys. Because if you do it dark, I mean a lot of force every time, it doesn't fade. It doesn't go like, see how this is real dark red and then it kind of turns into pink. That's what you want. That's why you're doing the lines, guys. Okay. These pens I regret buying them though. Very little ink, but they do look good though. I like the way they're looking. That screen is nice. Now I'm still gonna be adding different colors to this, okay? So this is not it, you guys, okay? This is kind of like, the beginning of the end. If that makes any sense, but yeah. See that? Okay. And it's really difficult to get in between all these lines, see? It's because I got lines here, and I got lines there, and then I got the line in the middle. So it's really hard, you guys, to kind of press and make it dark and kind of go in that direction and make it fade and everything. So it does take practice, okay? It does take practice, and like now I'm at the point where I need glasses, right? I need glasses, but I haven't gotten any. I don't think I'm going anyways, but my eyes do hurt, so if I'm gonna keep drawing, I'm gonna have to get them no matter what. Because right now I'm kind of squinting my eyes, trying to concentrate on this, and I can't because I got the clipboard right here, and you know what I mean? But I don't want to be to the point where I'm like this, like trying to draw. So I'm gonna have to get some glasses somehow.
What if every purchase helped your business go further? One VentureX business card makes it easy to earn unlimited double miles on every purchase and redeem for best-in-class travel rewards, so you can take your business to new heights. Apply today.
Hello?
Hello, Jose.
Hi, Angelica. What's happening, baby?
Hey, I just saw your rose and brought me back to memory lane. I said I better give him a shout out. That looks amazing.
You like it for real?
Yeah, it's coming out really nice. Those are the ones that you used to send me.
Oh yeah, I was telling people that people ask me, how I learned how to draw, and I tell them, I've always known how to draw since I was a little boy, because I've always been drawing, but I got real good being incarcerated, and I was telling them that when you're incarcerated, people, well, like me and a lot of other people too, you go in there broke, that's why you're a criminal, I guess, I don't know. And so I was telling my viewers here that you make money that way. If you're broke. Hey, are you watching my video over there? It's hella
Yeah, I'm
loud.
watching your video.
Okay. That's the light from a little while ago. Wow. I didn't know it lagged that much.
How was your day today?
Oh, it was great. I was working in Fountain Grove. I was doing some work in Fountain Grove, Angelica.
No, that's great.
Yeah. I was telling people that Fountain Grove is kind of like, Beverly Hills of Santa Rosa, I guess. I don't know. You're a real estate lady. You know more than I would about something like that,
Alright, here we go.
Yeah,
So
of
on this one,
course.
what I'm gonna do here, see how I got that outline, right?
That's
I got that outline.
Turn it down a little, Angelica, because it's hella loud over here.
And I was using, okay, you guys, just for reference, it's this one over here. See that? I did that
Angelica.
outline. These outlines and everything with that pen. And I'm using the light
Angelica.
green because it makes that line stick out when I'm
Yeah?
Can you turn that down because it's hella loud?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Turn it down.
Thank you, baby.
When it's really close, was it when you started off?
Yeah, it's because it's really
Okay,
loud.
that better?
Yeah, that's way better. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that. So, anyways, yeah, so I've been working in Fountain Grove, Angelica, and, it's drinking my stick of health, of course. That's what I do best. And me and Sebastian were doing a maintenance on a job I did a while back. And so the job, when I did that job, it was really bad because those houses in Fountain Grove, you're a real estate lady, so you know about this. Okay, so they build them real fast, right? They build them real fast, and then as the contractors, they leave. So the homeowners where I'm at, their stuff was falling apart. Okay, so they hired me to basically redo it. They lived there for maybe, I don't know, like 5-10 years, and so they're needing a lot of work to their houses. So this guy hired me to make it right, the right way, and that's what I did. And so I'm there now doing some maintenance, some maintenance work on my work, and it came out really good. All the plants grew real good because they were dying before, bad. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Just kind of fixing and giving it maintenance. Because nothing's wrong with it. I'm just maintaining it. Anyways.
Oh, that's great. You're gonna do an amazing job like always.
Yeah, well, that's how I get my next jobs. All my jobs are by references. People refer me to other people. So I don't even advertise or nothing. I just, people just call me to go to work for them. So, great, here I am, Before, it's hard to get a job. The kind of work that I do nowadays, people just, they just call me and I go work for them. And a lot of people are return customers, from years and years, so they don't call nobody anymore. They just tell me, hey, Jose, come and do this, and it's on.
Well, that's having seniority.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants somebody with experience.
Right? Well, yeah.
Especially if you get it highly recommended, of course they're gonna want to hire you.
Yeah, I always get highly recommended because, somebody else highly recommended me to those people, so they highly recommend me to the next person, you know what I mean? And that's kind of cool.
So you don't even need to advertise. Your own clients advertise for you. Your job, your work, your quality work advertises for you.
Mm-hmm. I don't even look for work. People just call me. You know what I mean? So it's really cool though. But back in the days, it was really hard to find work though, Angelica. Nowadays, I don't even worry about it.
Remember that's how it is. When you're young, people don't take you seriously.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes you do have the experience.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. It's probably the young stuff, huh? Plus, when I first started out, I looked like a thug. You know what I mean? People that did lock their doors when they saw me coming to give them a free estimate. They're like, oh, no. You know what I mean? This guy's going to rob us.
I know. Remember that time that when we went to the Good Guys, I said, can you go with me to Good Guys? Because I need to get a really good camera.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the days, the cameras were very expensive, like $2,000. And they were following us. And I'm like, you're like, I think they're following us. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And you're like, yeah, they are.
Well, I used to get that all the time, though. People don't do that to me no more because they see me, I'm in my hard hat and I'm, wearing Levi's and it looks like I'm working. So I don't get that anymore. But back in those days, yeah, that's how I used to run into cops all the time because they would see me from far away and they would just pull me over. Or even just walking, man. Even just walking, they would mess with me. And so one thing leads to another, and there we were. Yeah. So anyways, I was telling my viewers that I broke my tablet. So we're not able to put music. I'm using that other phone right now to put music, but
Uh-huh.
my tablet broke, and so I made a camera phone holder. This thing where you guys are being suspended right now. I don't know if you saw
Uh-huh.
the video on how I did that, right? The clipboard I did the video on, Angelica.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how is it working?
Oh, it's working great. Look, I have you guys up here, right? And you guys are watching what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
I'm on YouTube on this one. You know, you're watching me like this. See, so this YouTube, I mean TikTok where you're at, and then YouTube like this, and they can see the same thing. And then I do the same thing with Facebook and Instagram. So all the four cameras are, concentrated right here. But it takes one phone for each chingadera. And it's very important. I was telling my viewers here that it's very important to have music when you do something like this, because you know every word, or and I put on music that I know. And like talking to you, it doesn't distract me either because I know you very well. It's not like I'm talking to a stranger trying to figure them out. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. Who were those ladies on
What ladies?
that you could? The ladies that you were talking to, you're
Oh,
trying to
right
get
now?
rid of them
I was trying to get rid of them because
earlier.
I was trying to invite you because I saw you going through. So I'm like clicking and trying to talk to you. And then all of a sudden those ladies came on. I mean, they were cool. They were just doing their thing. But yeah, it's like that's why I don't do that much. I don't like, especially when I'm trying to concentrate down here. You know what I mean? 'Cause yeah, I'll battle people and all that. That's fun. If somebody wins, you get points and all that. But right now, I'm not. I got no time for that right now. I gotta concentrate on this. How's it looking?
Oh, it's looking great.
Oh, great. Excellent.
It's looking amazing.
Thank you, Angelica. So anyways, I was telling, did you know that once in a while, throughout the years, I'll go visit people and I'll see my own drawings on their wall. And they don't know it's me, but I know it because, you recognize your own drawings, you know what I mean? And,
Right.
so, it's like from the drawings I used to sell, just to buy chocolate, to buy coffee or whatever, because when you're in jail, you're broke. There ain't no like, oh yeah, the homies pitched in, we got you. No, there's none of that. But that's why
Well, that's a good conversation to tell. Remember, a lot of kids watch you. That's good that you're saying that. That way they know that there's no friends in jail or when you're sick in the hospital, only your immediate family.
To be honest with you, my parents are the only. Oh well, you too. You were a single mother and you used to go and visit me, and you bring your kids with you. I used the word drag your kids there, but your kids loved me a lot, so it wasn't torture for them. You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't torture for them, is what I mean.
Oh no, the kids, they loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was
It's
cool.
kind of fun going to jail to visit people. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't visited anybody recently, but when you're young, it's kind of fun going over there, just to make you feel good and just see people there that, oh my God, and it's good for the kids too, because then, my kids, they grew up, thinking like, oh, I better behave. I don't want to step in a jail cell.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, but what was I gonna say? I was gonna ask you something, but I forgot already. I'll remember in a second. But so I was telling my viewers that I'm going to be raffling these drawings off because people like to watch this, and even if they don't watch me live, I still make the reels out of this, so I post them after the show, right? And I'm going to be raffling them off, and to different people, different viewers, my viewers. Not just random people that pass through my channel. I'm gonna do like a point system. I'm gonna start writing down, it's the different stuff about my viewers. And so I'm gonna do like a point system to where they reach like 100 points. I'll dedicate one of these drawings to them. I'll send it to them, and then I will make copies for my other viewers. Like if somebody likes this drawing and you want a copy of it, I'll do that for you. You know what I mean? Because my viewers, they're taking the time to view me, so I'm gonna have it to where you guys can download it and print it. You know what I mean? Easy. You know what I mean? Because I used to do that before
Right.
already. I used to do. Remember, Angelica, I used to buy T-shirts. I used to sell T-shirts at the flea market.
Oh, of course, I remember.
Yeah, that's why I like to go to the flea markets because to me, going to the flea market is like relaxing. You know what I mean? I like that kind of stuff.
Well, going to the flea market is actually, nice because you're supporting the vendors. We were there, we've been there, done that, and we know how important it is to make that sale.
Yep.
You only, especially the flea market that you went in Napa, that's only open on Sundays. So imagine those people are waiting to work that day as hard as they can so they could support their families. And it's nice that you're contributing to that family, to those families.
Right, right. Well, yeah, yeah. Like you said, I know I've been through that too, and your kids. You know what? I used to take your kids to the flea market back in those years, and poor God bless their soul, they would they would be helping me on the aisles. They'd walk through. I mean, they didn't walk through the aisles. They were right in front of my table the whole time. Every time I'd be passing out flyers, and then they would be passing out flyers, pobrecitos, in the hot sun and all that every Sunday and Saturday, because I used to go to the Saturday pulgas, and then I would go to the Sunday pulgas también to San Jose. I used to go to the one over there by at Gold, y luego the Napa one, the Sebastopol flea market. I would drag your kids there, and God bless their soul, they used to help me every time. But I would take them fishing right afterwards, though. Like when we went to the San Jose flea market, I would go take them fishing to the San Francisco bridge right there at the docks. We would catch crabs and stuff, and for your kids, it was like super exciting because they were still little. You know what I mean?
I know it's like Megan. Everybody thinks that she's very bougie, but she's down to earth kind of girl, and she knows how to fish. You're right.
Yeah, all your kids know how to fish good. They know how to fish for crabs. They know how to fish for crawdads, any kind of fish. That was the kind of reward I used to give your kids. Was back in those days, I would, they were with me a lot. So that's my reward to them. Yeah, I would take them fishing because all three of them liked it, right? So the pobrecitos, I would basically slave drive them. I'm sorry. But it was for their own good, I guess. And plus, I had to take care of them when me los dejabas. So it's like I was doing the pulga thing. So like, guess what, kids? We're going to the pulga. Yay! That kind of stuff.
I know. I used to be like you. I used to work 12, 15 hours a day.
Yeah. I don't mind, really.
Those days are over.
I don't mind doing it, though. Like when I was working at John's house, I was working like, I think the other day, we were past midnight that one day. And I didn't want to do it, but John wanted to do it. And then I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right. So we went at it. And me and Diane and John, we went past midnight and we got it done. I mean, I went back the next day and touched up whatever, but yeah, we did most of it that night. And to me, it's no big deal.
I know, but so when you're a single mom, young, with 3 little kids,
yeah,
it's it's very hard. Very hard. You need to go to work, but you also don't want to leave your kids. That's why I always left my kids with you, my mom, my dad.
Yeah.
Because I knew that you guys were gonna give him lots of love and take him out, teach him stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do. Your kids have been my guinea pigs since day one. I've always showed them how to work. I've always showed them how to fish, and fix stuff, stuff like that. Because we were poor in those days, we had to get shit done. So your kids were always helping me echando mecánica. Because, yo echaba mecánica in those years. Y luego también me ayudaban a vender make IDs. I was telling my viewers the other day that I used to make, me and you, we used to make secondary IDs, right? And I would go to the San Jose flea market, right? Oh, that was huge in those years, right? And then all the raza all the raza, because I was selling secondary IDs, and all the raza, they'd be like, oh, those things are fake, y que this and all that, y que pa' que, just people hating, anyways. So to make the story short, decían, oh, they're gonna bust them, y que este que el otro. In San Jose, they have a police department inside the flea market, okay, you guys? They have their own police department there. And so the cops, they walk around, the aisles and all that, and there's cops everywhere. And so the cops, they would go to my stand. People would complain or whatever. The cops would go to my stand. Usually two cops would show up. And so, I'm looking like a thug because, I used to dress to impress the ladies, of course. So, anyways, I look like a thug, and they're like investigating what am I doing, all this and all that. We've heard complaints, the usual stuff that cops bring up. Anyway, so then I would show them all the permits that we had. Because remember, we had permits for everything, people. Okay? Me and Angelica, we had permits from the state to be able to make secondary IDs. Right, Angelica?
Right.
And so though I would show them all our permits and all that, they would go over
what?
them.
I actually have.
And they would let me go.
I have one if you want to see it, but I can't. I don't know where it is today, but I could.
Nah, it don't matter.
When I see you.
That's not important anymore. We made our money there and we moved on. That's what ya no importa. But my point is that the cops, they would check me out, they would read all my permits and all that, and they're in front of the people, right? And so then the cops would check them all out, and then they're like, okay, well, you have a nice day now, sir. But they check my ID, they check my record, everything, because, I look like a thug to the police officers also. But yeah, once they saw that everything was legit, they would just, okay, we have a nice day, kind of a thing. And then all of a sudden, all the paisas and everybody that was there with me, around me, they were like, oh, ya lo torcieron, ya se lo van a llevar, all that. Then when they saw that the cops were telling me to have a nice day, se me llenaba el puesto ahí de volada, man. Like, everybody wanted an ID all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So that was cool, the cops to come. I even wanted the cops to show up after a while. They're like, hey, cops, I'm over here, kind of a thing. Because every time
you get the sales.
Every time that the cops did that, I would make a killing, you know what I mean? It was hella cool.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, that's one of my pulga stories. And I've sold a lot of stuff at the flea markets. I've sold garbanzo beans before they... And now at the pulgas you go, you venden garbanzos, tostadito, and, fresco and all that. And then we used to grow, me and my brother, buddy, and we used to grow the garbanzo beans, the garbanzo plants and everything in Petaluma before the flea markets started selling them like crazy. Right now you can find them anywhere. But in those days, no había. So we had we hit the jackpot basically, people, okay? We had a place to grow the garbanzos, and then there was, las pulgas no vendían todavía. So we had the only garbanzo that any pulga had. So we would go to the Napa flea market. Believe it or not, guys, I would sell out by noontime. At first, no. But the second time I went, by noontime, everything was sold already. And this was every weekend for a month. Okay, I had fresh garbanzo. Me and my brother we would harvest it. Lo cortábamos a la mañanita antes de irnos a la pulga. And then cuando llegamos a la pulga, it was fresh, Las plantitas, Mexican people love that. It's delicious, you know what I mean? It's like something really, really special to Mexicanos. Garbanzo recién cortadito. And so, we had the monopoly on it. There was nobody that was selling them yet. Right now, you go to any pulga right now, venden garbanzos left and right. They sell them in the corner of Food Max or wherever, people in vans and everything. But en esos años, todavía no había garbanzo, is my point. Let me see. See, sometimes I gotta stand up and actually look at it, because sometimes, you know what I mean? Kind of lets your mind relax a little bit. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of looking at it from up here, because when you're really close to it, you can't really focus on the big picture. So when you're up here, now I can see the whole thing, and I can decide what I'm gonna do next, you guys. Because you see how I finished these little kind of leaflets, right? So I'm gonna do the last touch up on this one here. These ones look okay. I'm gonna touch that one up, and probably a little bit right there, and then I'm gonna move on to the next thing. See what I mean? I don't want to leave it unfinished, because if I do, then I'll forget it, and then when I'm later on, I'll look at it. Oh man, I missed this spot or this area, whatever, and then you don't have the pen no more. See, the pen is the most important thing to not lose the pen. Okay, people. Anyways, are you still here, Angelica? Okay, you guys, I think Angelica left or the phone went dead. Yeah, the phone went dead. That's what happened, people. Oh, great. I have to do this. Okay, you guys, give me a second while I fix this phone. Great. How come this chingadera went off? Okay, oh, I know why, because I need to forget to turn it on. Yep, that's what it was. Give me a second, you guys, okay? Oh, hi. This, Melanie? Is that Melanie? Hi, Melanie. I'm sorry. I was, got carried away over here, and I'm not able to look at all the comments when I'm drawing. I'm sorry about that. But I do take, from time to time, I do come and check out the screen, and I see that you said hi, and then you said, hi, Jose. So thank you again, Melanie. Gracias. Okay, so let me turn this baby back on. Turn on the music here, because I can't concentrate unless there's music, people. Okay. Actually, I'll put it over here. Keep straight. Okay, you guys, so let me keep going here. So, Melanie, if you're still there, I'm gonna continue to draw, baby. And then I'll check the screen again and see what's happening, que pasa with you, okay, baby? Alright, so I'm gonna continue right here. Oh yeah, see, you don't wanna use this piece to put your hand on top, because it's already got a lot of ink and everything too. It'll stick to your hand and then you smear it, okay? So very important to just use that one and not doodle on this and then use it, okay? So get used to that and your drawings will come out a lot cleaner. Sorry, guys. You guys are probably not here anymore, but I'm gonna continue. Oh yeah, there is people here. I'm so sorry. I got carried away over here. So I'm trying to fix this camera, you guys, for these other people. Let me see. Right there. I'm trying to make sure it's centered, so that when they see it, they can see it better. Not again. Oh God. Let this phone charge for a little bit, guys. I'm gonna continue here, and then I'll put it back on in a little while. Okay, so now I'm gonna touch up this part right here because I can't just leave it blank. Okay, so here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this look like it's folding, like it bends. Okay, guys. See how nice this green looks? It's pretty, huh? So anyways, guys, as an artist, I like to use all the colors in the rainbow, and it's not no gay thing, okay? So for those of you Folios out there, this is an art thing, okay? Light has every single kind of color there is, and so art, that's what it is. You're seeing the light being reflected back to you from an object, okay? An object reflects the light, and so you're manipulating the light, so the light that's being reflected is the light that you're choosing with the techniques and the colors that you pick. So you're guiding that part of the spectrum of the light towards your viewer, okay? Okay, so I could have my viewer see purple, but green is the one I want right now. Like that. See that? That looks pretty good, huh? And then here I'll just go like this a little bit. Yeah, like that. Looks tight. Okay, like that. I'm gonna leave it like that before I mess it up. I'm gonna give it one last look. Check it out real quick. This part right here needs a little bit, you guys. Like this. Because it looks, like that. That looks way better. This is that last little detail right there. Looks tight. And up here too, that doesn't look too good. It needs a touch up. There, that looks better. Okay, so that's it. That looks good, guys. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, see, I'm also gonna add a line of this green on the back of these babies here, because I want it to look like it's scraggly. You know what I mean? Not all perfect like that, just kind of scraggle like that. So let's see how, like this, like that. Just a little bit. See that? Not too much. And then that way, when I add my next color, like that. Like that. That was way better. See that? Because this line here is kind of like too plain. You know what I mean? So by adding a little bit of light green in front of it, gives it kind of like a fades effect. And a lot of these things that I do, guys, I've been learning them throughout the years, the hard way. So I could do all kinds of effects on this. And on each drawing, I do a different technique, different ink, different color, different style, because that's the only way you can keep yourself kind of interested in it, if you do the same thing over and over, repetitious, that's boring. That is not art. So every time I do something, I always do something different. I never do a drawing the same twice, Because if you do it the same every single time, it's just a copy. You're making a copy. That's what you're doing. That's what the copy machine's for. You know what I mean? Once you do a drawing, at least that's what I do. Once I do a drawing, I never draw it again. And if I do, it's from a copy machine. So I just make copies. But if I like something, I'll draw it again, but I'll make it different, okay? I'll do different colors. I'll do like a different pose, you know, because I do roses like this all the time. But I never try to draw the same one. You know, I always try to make it always different, no matter what. Sometimes I'll do 2 roses, or a big rose and a little baby one, or the leaves different, or the stem different, or different colors. And so you're really, it's unlimited, basically, is what I'm trying to say, you guys. Okay, see, this part right here needs to be touched up too, because it doesn't look very, right here, that's right here. It just needs a little tiny bit like that, see that? Because if you don't, it just looks too plain. Like that, that was good. Right there a little bit, that's good. I want to make it look scraggly a little bit. Like this. Like that was better. Like that, see that? Now this side needs to look like this. Still early, it's only 10 o'clock, you guys. I thought it was later than that. Okay, so first I want to do that inside part, see that? See how there's a line right outside of it? See, but I'm not touching it. Because I want this, this, and this to be different. Even though they're so close together, you still want to see that little difference so that people can see, or you can see that they're not together, okay guys? But then also it just blends in way too much. Like that, see that? That looks nice. I'm gonna try to make it look a little bit scraggly. And that blends it in even more. Like that, see, it's just a little tiny bit, guys. See that? I just don't want to see that. I don't. You guys can't probably see it from where you're at, but I can see it, and it bothers me. Like that. That looks better. Like that. That was nice. Okay, so there's still a couple things that I'm gonna be doing to it, but it's coming along. Okay, so I'm still gonna touch up this side over here, this part and that part, because see how I did the scraggly part on this leaf. That looks real nice. I like the way that looks. This one needs a little bit on this side. That's fine. So this part, that part, and these 2 parts, and then that'll be that. Man, it's starting to get cold, you guys. All right. Well, we still got people watching. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do this part real quick before I forget. Like that looks better. This one too, see that? That line looks way too fine. Like that's better, because then this blends it in. And that makes it fade out. And so there's already dark blue, dark green there behind that. Makes it look even better. Like that, see? There you guys, I want to have a lot of fun with my drawings, and I hope you guys like them. I'm gonna start, kind of like, I'm gonna send you guys copies if you guys like, but I want to make it so that you guys can download a file and you can print it, and it'll print this size. Okay, so if those of you that are interested, I'm gonna make it so if you guys like it, you can print it. And then also I'm gonna be putting something here, some writing on here, but on the one for the file, I'll leave it blank. So in case you guys want to put whatever name you guys want or whatever, you guys can put whatever on there. Put your name, your cat's name, your dinosaur, I don't know, your cow or whatever. Okay, guys. Okay, you guys, let's continue. Better drink my coffee because it's getting cold. See, I still got my coffee, you guys. It's good. I really need to clean my junk here, you guys. Okay, so anyway, let me continue here. I'm gonna look at anything. This one right here needs a little bit right here, guys, because it's too dark. Like that, see? That softens it up. It doesn't make it look like it's perfect. And this part right here too, I'm gonna make it look like it's, scraggly, like that. That's cool. Leave it alone. Maybe right here a little bit. Okay, leave it alone. So this part right here a little bit. Like that. And this part right here a little bit. On these, what I do is I just make two of them, like this. Like it's two lines, like that. Like I did the ribbon down there. And then here, I will make it go like this, guys. Like this, and then I'll cross it over. And it makes it look like a little tiny ribbon. I don't know if you guys can notice that, but anyways, that's the idea. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now this part right here, okay guys. I don't know if you guys can see the difference between this side and that side there. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to show you guys. If I was just doing this by myself, I would just continue to just draw, but I know there's people watching me, so I like to explain what I'm doing so that instead of just watching me, you guys can kind of figure, maybe try it, grab yourself a piece of paper and blah, blah. And yes, any pen will work, you guys. If you guys got a big pen or any kind of pen, okay? And then just practice. Pretty soon you'll be drawing pretty roses like this. Like that. See, I know it doesn't seem like I'm doing anything to it, but the more you pay attention, it starts changing. And I'm gonna do a couple of videos where I, kind of speed it up, and that way you guys can see the difference in faster. You know what I mean? I like to mess around with my videos and stuff and bring you guys interesting stuff. Or at least they're interesting to me, you guys. Like that. That's perfect right there. Now I'll do this other side over here. See, like right here, I don't want to get rid of that little white part that's in between. So you do it real carefully, like that. See, just make it look scraggly. Like that's good. Boom, 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 boom. That gets rid of that fine line, because you don't want a fine line. Roses don't have fine lines. Okay, guys, when you, I don't know if you guys ever, like me, I work around all kinds of flowers all the time. For those of you that saw my video earlier, I was working on somebody's house, doing some maintenance work on their landscaping. And since I did that job, when I did the maintenance on it, usually I don't do maintenance on landscaping, you know, it's boring to me. But since I did that job, I happily do it because it's still my job. Okay, that looks pretty good like that. See that? Even those little tiny details when you're here, you're looking at them, they look nice. Okay, I know you guys can't really tell the difference because you guys are pretty far away. Probably in China somewhere. I got a lot of people from China watching me now. And then people from Ireland. And then there's a lot of people from India and Pakistan. Somehow they're curious on how America is. And then they see me, that I don't look American to them. But I do with my hard hat, and I speak English, so no. Anyways. They're cool people, you know. They're cool people. I haven't had any negative vibes from them at all. Because sometimes they come live on my page. I push buttons and people show up, pop boom, they pop up or whatever. And it's always been, chill. Adios. Oh, okay, Melanie. Gracias, Melanie. I hope that you have a really good night, baby. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to continue here. Pinche teléfono se sigue pagando. I know what's wrong with it. I'm going to go like this. Try that. Okay, let's try that for a while. The chingadera, no wonder it doesn't do that. So anyways, I'm gonna continue here, you guys. Put on some music. You know what? I'm gonna put on some oldies now because I'm gonna turn down the beat a little bit. Oldies but goodies. Let's try this one. This one looks pretty tight. Yeah, I could draw to this. Alright. Okay, so it looks like this part needs a little bit right here, you guys. It's too fine. That line looks too fine. It needs to look crackly a little bit. Like that. That looks way better. Like that. That's good. Like that. That's good. Okay, so this part over here needs a little touch up, guys. It looks too perfect. I don't like dark lines like that. That looks better. Like that. Okay, now at this end, you guys see how that goes like that? I'm gonna make it look like it's two of them going just like that. Like that, see that? Like that. That's perfect. Don't mess with it. Okay, guys, so that's pretty good. Let me see if there's anything else. Blah, 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 blah. This line right here looks like it's two. See this line between there? I don't like the way that looks, so I'm gonna darken it up. Yeah, like that. That's better. I'm gonna touch it up against the rose petals. See how there's a big space in between? So I'm gonna fill that in, guys, like this. See that? I don't want any space in between it. No white. But you gotta be careful that your green ink does not go into the red, because then it makes it look real dark. The red won't look like red no more, and the green won't look green anymore. Like this, be very careful. Don't try to get it on the first shot. Like that. Like that. That looks clean. Okay. Like that. See that? Okay. Much better. Okay, can you guys see the difference between this little area here and this area? See? It needs to have that dark green right there, guys. See that? Like that. See that? Looking way better. Like that. That looks tight.
Prom day is today, so.
Let's try this again, guys. La, 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 la. Okay, guys, so I want to continue with this rose that I'm drawing. And I'm gonna see what's happening. ¿Qué pasa right here? Órale. More people joining in, that's great. So, for those of you that know me, right on. And for those of you that don't know me, I hope you start getting to know me a little bit better. So, like I was telling you, I'm continuing to do this rose. I've been working on it this is my third day. And yes, it takes that long. It takes a long time to do this. It's not a one night thing, it's not a one day thing. So if you guys want to support me, you know, it helps me a lot if you guys purchase your Azteca Heal on AztecaHealth.com. On eBay's the best, but Amazon's the better one because you get free shipping, guys. Okay, so that being said, let's continue. This is how I get support by Azteca Health, and then I'm able to make these videos for you guys. Okay, so for those of you that have your Azteca Health, please leave me a review and let Azteca Health know that you heard it on my show. Okay, that being said, I'm gonna continue with the stem now, you guys. And before I do anything, I'm gonna do that little thorn right there. But that baby gets black. Okay, so as you can see, look, I bought these ballpoint pens in color. Okay, you guys, because that way I'm able to do stuff in color. Okay, see that? But I'm also going to be using color pencils. I'm going to be using crayons, and I mix everything together, you guys. So by the time I'm done with this, it's going to be a pretty nice mural. Okay, so for those of you that For those of you that are just starting to join, that's an update for you. Okay, so I'm gonna do the thorn first, and that I'm gonna do it in black. The reason being is that that's the way I like it. I also have brown right here, you guys. So this is my palette. I mix my colors here, and I figure out what they do. See, so I figure out if they can do a fine line and how fine. Okay, let's see that it barely writes. Okay, so that's pretty good. See that? That's pretty good. And then I can see how dark I can get it. See? So dark, medium, light, and then I can go super light. So I can barely see it. See that? Okay. That being said, I'm gonna see how well I can shade the brown. I'll just pretend I'm shading something right here, and I'll look at it what it does. Now, if I like that color, then I go ahead and use it. Okay, so it's between the brown and the black. I always use black, but this time I'm gonna use brown, just for the heck of it. Okay, guys. And I'm also gonna use black over here, right here, as a matter of fact. Okay, so let me do this now. Like this. So it looks like that. There's a little thorn there sticking out. You know what I mean? Okay, so that, and then I'm gonna use the brown here, like this. I'm gonna shade it a little bit. Just like that, slowly. Right there, that's good enough right there. And now you shade it. I'm gonna shade it round like this. That's it, guys. Just do it slowly. Like that, see? That's pretty good right there. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the outside of, try to get a little bit closer to the outside, like that. So it's almost touches, see that? Okay, and also at the same time, it makes it darker, like that, where I want it to be dark, like that. Now do the back side. It also blends it in a little bit more because it needs to be blended in, like feathered in there, like that, see? It looks pretty good. I like the way that looks. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the outside a little bit, but not that, I'm not gonna cover that line. I'm just gonna go on the outside of it, slightly, very slightly. See, that's where I was talking about dark, medium, or very light. On this particular part, I'm gonna be doing it as light as I can, but I still wanna see that brown. Okay, and then so what it does is, it puts that black that's already there, because I did the outline in black, it makes it, kind of gives it a nice little effect, versus this brown in here that doesn't have any black. See that? I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyways, you probably think I'm crazy anyways. Let me see. Alright. I'm sorry I can't really read the screen because I gotta concentrate on this, but I am gonna be taking a break in a bit. So if you guys are still there, I can answer any questions. Okay guys, so give me about another 5-10 minutes. Okay, so I like the way that came out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of brown on this part too, on the bottom. And then I'm gonna blend it from brown to green, okay? So this is how this happens. That's just this one. I'm not gonna make that much dark, just a little bit like that. Boom. The same thing over here, just a little bit, kind of like this. See that? Like that. And then a little bit more over here, just so you can see that there's a difference between the stem and this thorn thingamajiggy here. Okay, guys. So like that. See? Boom. Done. That looks pretty good. I like the way that looks. That's good. Like that. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna start the stem, but not in brown. I'm gonna use the dark green. I want to see what it does first because I have the sample here of the light green and this is the dark green. So I want to see the difference real quick before I actually apply it on my canvas. Okay, so I'm gonna shade it real quick. Just pretend I'm shading it. Like that. That looks pretty good, huh? So it's either the dark green or the light green for this part. And I think it's gonna be the dark because I already have a lot of light green on this part. So I wanna make it slightly, and also most of the time, this is more tender than the stem. So it should be a little bit greener. So I'm gonna use this green, guys. Here we go. And so the wood, I don't know if you guys know, but it's not all perfect. So we're gonna go like this. Just kind of like that. See that? Just kind of like that. That's good enough right there. See that? I'm gonna go around this thing here. That. So I wanted to see like it blends into that. See that? Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. That looks pretty good, huh? So I'm gonna do all the part around this thorn. So I can call it a day. Like that. Like that. Okay, that's good. Continue this way. Don't want to go too far. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Because you might have to change it or do something. And if you go too far, then you backtrack too much. So that's pretty good right there. Just a little bit more. That's good right there. See that? It's tight. Okay, so if I'm gonna do this other side of the stem, you guys. This other side of the stem. This part of the stem. Get this thing out of my way. Okay, here we go. So this part of the stem, I'm gonna be going the opposite way. Okay, so on these lines, I went down in a downward motion, like that. Okay, so then on these other ones, I'm gonna go the opposite way. On these ones, I'm gonna go up. So I'm gonna start right here. See, now I'm not going to the line, okay? I'm creating a small little gap between that line and this new line that the shading part that I'm gonna be doing. See, and the more I do it, the more you guys can see the difference. Like that. That looks better. I like the way that's coming out. That's good. I'm gonna blend it in a little bit more like this so it doesn't look like a line. You don't want it to look like a line. You want it to look like it fades. You know what I mean? Okay, so continue right here. This song's tight. I like this song, you guys. Sounds super sad. Not that I'd like to be sad or anything, but I'm just saying it sounds pretty tight. Like that. See that, guys? How does that look, huh? Let me see. Took a little break. See what cut. See what's happening over here. Okay, guys, so I'm taking a little break. If you guys have any questions or a shout out or something that you would like to tell me, right now would be a good time. I'm taking a little break so I can stretch my legs. And I also like to look at my drawings from up here so that I can see any changes that I can be doing, or if I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, or you know what I mean. So it's now I also like to relax my fingers because holding that pen, look, see how my fingers already got that round part by holding that pen, because I'm holding it like this, and look at my finger over here, guys. My finger over here is starting to get that shape of the pen because I hold it like this and I grip it. So if you look at my finger, look, it's already got that round partness. So later on it hurts. So if I draw for days, it hurts. It hurts a lot. I'm not kidding. All right, so no questions. Okay, I'm gonna continue then. Since nobody has any questions, I'm gonna continue to. I'm gonna do this part now. So I did that part here. I'm gonna go up to here, and then I'm gonna go do the leaves here. Okay, you guys. So let's check it out. Let's keep going. La 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 la. Here we go. Here we go. And remember to please get your Azteca Health on Amazon, you guys, and leave a review, letting them know that you heard it from Jose Reynoso live on my show. And then that way I can get sponsored and I can continue to make these videos for you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this part of this thorn right here, you guys, okay? So I'm gonna do that real quick with the black. No, I did brown, so I'm gonna do brown and then I'm gonna do black. Here it's a brown. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go like this, real gentle. Like that, see that? Now you go from the bottom, going up. And remember, I don't want to touch that line behind me because I want to leave a tiny bit of a space, okay? Like this, very slowly. Like that, because I don't want it to be completely brown. I want to leave a little bit of a white, kind of white in there, see that? That's fine right there. Continue. Now I'm going to use the black, you guys. But I'm going to do the same effect as I did on this one. I did brown on the outside, so I'm going to do brown on the outside on this one also. So they both look the same, okay? So this is how you do that. You go like this, just barely on top of it. And that creates that brown effect. And then you make it sharp. Boom, like that. The thorns are sharp. Like that, boom. I'm probably gonna add a little bit of black later too. So far so good. And then on this part, I added a little brown, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Okay guys, like that, just a little bit. Boom, bada boom. Good, done. This one too, a little brown. And then I'll go like this. Connect both of these like that. Boom. You gotta leave that little space in there. See that little space? Very important to leave it because that keeps your colors separate and it gives it a cool little effect, guys. Or at least I think it looks cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna continue. Alright guys, so I'm gonna continue with this. Okay, so that's pretty good right there. I should leave it just the way it is now. And now I'm gonna continue with the dark green. I'm gonna do this stem up to about here. Okay, so on this part, I want to keep going in the same direction, which is down. See how it left that little ball there? I'm telling you guys, that's why you need your little doodling little piece of, see how it leaves that big ball of ink? That's because it builds up. Your erasers, dirt, and all that, it builds up. And then it leaves those big balls of ink. And that makes it look terrible. I can still fix it though. See, I'll just make it real dark there and I'll blend it in. And then you'll never even know that it was there. Okay, see, like that, boom, got done. You can't even tell anymore. So that's why it's really important, if you're gonna be drawing like this, it's really important to clean your pen once in a while. Just go like this, make it go around, and it leaves that all that extra stuff right there, okay guys? Hope you guys can see that, but anyways, we continue here. So I'm gonna continue this way, real gentle. I'm not trying to push it down too much. I'm barely gliding over the top, and by going back and forth, it leaves more ink there. And then when you have more ink, you just spread it this way now. See, not up, but downward, only from the line down. And it'll spread that ink from your dark line, and it makes it kind of just, see that? Fades in, and it creates that little, cool little illusion there, guys. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna continue here. Hopefully I can get a lot of done on this tonight. Yesterday I stayed up until like midnight, so I'm kind of tired really. It's already 10 something. And I gotta get up early in the morning, so yeah. Anyways. Okay guys, we're gonna stop right there. Let's just blend this in.
Legend has it there's this
Shading
massive
it.
treasure in some secret vault.
That looks good right there.
Listen to your ways.
Looks good. So now I'm gonna do this part from there down to here. And on this one, what I'm doing, see, I'm going upward, okay, guys? So I'll create the little line that I'm always want first, like this. I'll stop it there because it's, see how the little branch comes out of there? So I'll stop there. I'll fade it going up. I'll shade it all the way to the top, like that's good. Same thing here. You do it very gentle, see? I'm just doing, barely gliding it over the top of the paper, guys. Okay, like that. See that? That's pretty good. So now here, I don't want to go straight across because then it kind of looks weird. So this is what I do. I just go like this from here to here, okay? And I end it right there, see? I end it right there. Just kind of fade it in. Don't go all the way across. Just kind of let it bend up. Nothing but fade it. You don't want it to, be a dark line. Like that. So now here what I'm gonna do is, the roses always have these scraggly things. Oh yeah, this is still the right one. Okay, so they have these scraggly things like this, and then they go like that. Okay, and all roses have that. If you look at them, like that. That looks good. Like that. Okay, like that. And then it has one on this side too. This part goes out like that, and then this one's gonna go like that. And that'll do it. See that? Like that, guys. And now this piece, I'm gonna kind of redo it because I don't like the way that looks. This looks better. And see, when I do my pen marks, you can't erase it no more. But that's why I do it really lightly. In case I didn't like it, I could change it right here on the spot. Okay, guys? So that being said, let's continue here. Like that. Okay, so this one I'm gonna also do the same thing. Change it a little bit. Did you guys see that fly just land on my thumb? I don't like flies. Connect these two together like this, and that way it'll look like they were together. Okay, so that looks pretty good right there, right? Wrong. I'm just kidding. No, I like the way that looks. Pretty good. I don't like this part right here, though. I'll do it like that. That looks better. Okay. So now I'm gonna do the shading on this part here, guys. And on this one, I'm not gonna use the dark pen. I'm gonna use the other lighter one here, so that these parts look more like this, okay? So they kind of, in relation to them. So that's why I'm gonna use this lighter pen this time, just on this part. And they're both green, but you guys can see the difference, right? See that? There's still a difference. This part I'm gonna make it touch right there. And it's really hard to shade from that little spot to this little spot. But if you're careful, you can do it. See, like that. That looks good. I like the way that looks. Oh man, I don't even know what I got myself into now. Oh yeah, right there. That's good. I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna darken this part up like this, guys. See that? Darken it up like that, and then I'll make it fade in just a little bit like that. So that was not a dark line. When it's a dark line, it just looks like you did a dark line. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing too dark lines. What you want to do is you fade them in like this. See, very gently, very gently. Like it's a woman, and you grab her by her little finger first. So you caress that little finger, and you move on to the palm of the hand. Then when the palm of the hand has been caressed and given it its proper attention, then you move on to better things. Okay, so this part's gonna go like this, you guys, just like that. I don't have that much room here on this part, so I'm gonna make it go like this, and I'll end it there, see that? And then you guys can still see those little spaces in between that. That looks good, I like that. All right, so now, this is still too white, so I'm gonna go like this, watch. This is what I do here. I'm gonna make just a thing right here, see that? Kind of gives it like if it was a little indention on that little stem, like that. That's perfect. Don't touch it now, don't mess with it. Now I'm gonna connect it to this one on this side, see that? That's why I left it open, so I could do this when I got here. Boom, like that. All right, you guys see that, right? Okay, so now this part right here is way too sharp, so I'm gonna soften it up, make it scraggly now, like I did on the top part. See, you don't want it to look too fine. That line is too bold, like that. See, it softens it up right away. So then I'm gonna continue here like this. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make it scraggly a little bit. And that part down there, that's dark green. And I'm going over it, making it fade with the light green. So that creates that real dark, and then the fading part with the light green. Okay, guys? Okay, so with that being said, let's continue with this side over here. Same thing here. These lines are way too sharp, so I'm gonna make it fade a little bit with this light green. That'll make it look nice. See that? That looks way better. See, and since this is light green and that other one it's dark green, even if you go over the dark green with this green, it doesn't cancel that line out. It just makes it kind of blend. It fades it in. Same thing with these two little things. See how they're bold? If I touch them up with my light green, it takes that boldness away. See, you make it kind of scraggly. See that? It looks way better. And it's supposed to look like this, guys, just in case you're wondering. Like that. See that? See that difference between this side and that side? Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing to the outside of this other side. Like that. See that? And it takes that boldness from this line, takes it away, and it makes it more subtle. Like that. Cool? Cool. Okay, so now for this area here, I'm gonna go like this, you guys. It's starting to look nice. I like the way that's looking. Ay. My guys are... Alright, let me see what time it is, you guys. It's 10:30. I think I can draw for another hour. Are you guys still here? Alright, there's still people here, so I want to continue, you guys. If there's still people watching, I'll continue. Okay, so I'm going to take a little 5-minute break. I'm going to be right back. So for those of you that are here, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'll just continue because I know you guys want to go to sleep too. Some of you guys obviously are there watching, so I'm going to continue because when I see people are interested in it, that makes me gives me motivation too, guys. Right on. And please continue to share my life and give me hearts, give me diamonds, give me something, you know. Just don't give me no lip. Ha ha. Okay, let's continue here. Oh yeah, so I was gonna do this part right here on this stem part. I'm gonna continue to go all the way to these leaves, and I'm gonna adjust those real quick. And then maybe, let's see, so I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do this real quick, okay, you guys? Let me see. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but rose leaves are always pointy everywhere. They got all these little thingamajiggies everywhere. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this rose, when I first started it, I started with a heart. I did a heart right here. You can't see it no more, but what I do is I make a big heart. I made a big heart like this, okay? And then what I do is I start adding petals to it, and that gives me that shape. So for those of you that saw this drawing from the beginning, you know that I started with a big heart right here, right in the center of that rose. And then I added more hearts. All these are hearts. You guys see that, right? So I start changing them around, and before you know it, you don't even know that they're there. That's a real easy way to draw a rose, okay, with hearts. You start with the heart for the bud, for the bulb, and then you add hearts for the leaves, and then pretty soon you have a beautiful rose, guys. So anyways, let me continue. From this part, I'm gonna go like this. Okay, so this part, I'm gonna start by going like this. And then down, like that, and then up, and then down. See that? And up again, and down, and I'm following this line, see that? And then go up, like stairs. You make it pointy, okay? You make it pointy so it looks pointy. See that? Okay, then here, that's the end, so I just end it with a point, like that. So I'm gonna be doing that to all this right here, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna be doing that to all of it. So I'm gonna start right here, see? Like that, and then down. I want it to be pointy, not sharp. You don't want sharp line. Like that. And then one again, you go up. See, in the same direction, and then down. And then you go up in the same direction. Like that, and then you go down. See that? And then you go down to that next line. Same thing here. I want to go up in that direction which I'm going, and then down, and then I just connect it with this one right here. See that? Where I dropped off. It's going to be perfect, guys. It's like that. See that? So that's what I'm going to do on all of these leaves. Okay. So once I do a leaf, I do the rest the same. So let's continue with this one here. So I can barely see now again. So I'll go out and into the line again. See that? So I'm going past the line. I start at the line and I go out of the line, out, and then I go back to the line. See that? Okay, and make it sharp again in that same direction, and then back to the line. And that creates that little point thingamajiggy there. And you get the picture, right? So that's what I do next. And not all roses are the same. I don't draw all my roses the same, you guys. Remember, every time I draw a rose, I always draw it different. Never the same, never the same. I don't like doing the same thing over again. So if I draw another rose for somebody else, it'll be different. It'll be in a different pose. It'll be in a different color. It'll be a different message, all kinds of stuff. So that's how you get good at drawing, guys. At least that's how I think I get good at drawing, is by drawing everything different every time. Even if you draw a rose over and over and over again, draw it in a different position, different amount of leaves, the stem going in a different direction, stuff like that, guys. And that's how you get good. And you keep practicing your shading. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to shade with dots also. Dots are also real good for shading. And then I'm also gonna be teaching you guys how to shade with the milk carton. Okay, that's probably one of my best tricks for drawing. This is nothing. Just wait until we start picking up on the milk carton. That's where it's at. Okay, see that, guys? Like that. Okay. So then I'm gonna be doing the same thing to all these real quick, and then I'm gonna continue with this one again, and I'll start shading it. Okay, but first I'm gonna do this to these other four. Okay, so bear with me a little bit. Let me drink my coffee, you guys. It's getting really cold. So since I'm drinking my coffee, obviously I'm not gonna be sleeping for quite a while. So I'm gonna be doing different kind of drawings, guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna be doing a rose every time. This is the first drawing I've done in about 27 years, guys. Okay, so I'm rusty, and I just hope it comes out good without me messing it up. See how I'm cleaning my pen? See that? And look at that big ball of ink that it left there. Okay, so if you guys don't clean your pen once in a while, you're not gonna be able to get it fine like this, okay, or like that. You'll have a bunch of ink balls all over the place, and it makes it look terrible. Don't do it. Trust me on this, guys. So you go out and then into the line again. See that? And out and into the line again. See that? Sharp. You want it sharp. You don't want it to be round. So out of the line. See that? And then back to the line. And that gives it that sharpness. And out of the line, back to the line. See that? It's that same direction. And remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. It's a fantasy rose. It's not real. Like the out and out and in. See that? And then again, and then back into it. Like that. Boom. That's good like that. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here again. And that's one of the reasons, guys, I start my drawings with pencil, okay? Started with pencil real lightly, just so I can see the shape or the orientation. And then I go and I do ink. Okay. If I start drawing freehand with a pen, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get it this good. It's impossible. Because with the pen, the ink, once it's on there, you can't erase it anymore. And you don't want to be using those erasable pens. You guys, I've seen people, oh yeah, we use an erasable pen. It leaves it even worse. Okay, those things smear real bad. Don't do it. That's for amateurs. Okay, so that's why, like, for those of you that really do want to learn how to draw, or it's important to watch the video like this because I could actually explain it while I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I don't like the way this thing looks. You guys see that? So I'm gonna make it sharp. I don't like it like this. Make it sharp and then I'll go like this. That makes it look cute. See that? If I'm gonna do the same thing to this one over here, I don't like the way this one came out, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll make it both sides sharp like this. And then I'll make it go like that. That makes it look cute. Okay? Okay, so next I'm gonna be doing this one here, I guess, since I'm here already. Okay, and I go from that line, that heart, and I go back to it. See that? And I leave it sharp. And then I go in that same direction, out of the heart, back to the heart. See that? Okay. Same thing here. I start at the heart again. I go out of the heart in that same direction, and then back to it. See that? Okay, and just continue doing that. Do it over and over until I get to the other side. And so now see how the dark color is starting to take domination over this area? Before you see this line, which is real light. But when I do it with the dark and I do it like this, see that? You don't even see it anymore, guys. And that's the whole idea of doing it, starting it light, because you can still manipulate it at the last minute or whatever.
Who will be the winner? I'm sorry, what are they competing in?
We might not have a couch yet, but we got internet. Don't tell Mom.
Like that, see that?
Your new home deserves Xfinity Internet.
Okay,
Get a
so
fast, reliable connection for all your
pretty
devices.
soon, the more I add, the less it looks like a heart. But all my leaves, my roses, when I start them, I always use hearts because it's really easy to blend them in. See that? Okay. So if those of you that are wondering how, if you use hearts, you'll be able to make roses in no time. Okay. No. Same thing with this. I'm gonna make it scraggly like that. See that? That looks tight. Yay. See that? Look, I cleaned my pen again. Look how much ink it builds up, guys. Look at that. So see that? And look at that. See, it runs fine. But if you don't clean it, it leaves those big things there. So that's why I'm cleaning it every so often. to me. Okay, so same thing here, guys. Very gentle. See, I'm not trying to make these points with one stroke. No, you keep going slowly. See, to see where you're going. Then once you give it go over it a few times, it becomes dark by itself. Don't try to push down on it. Don't try to go like this, like that. Don't do that. You go like this. Watch, slowly, in the direction where you're going. Okay, you follow whichever way you're gonna be going slightly. Then you go back again and do it again like this. Okay, and then do it again. See that? And it becomes darker and darker by itself. This will leave a groove. So when you go like this, it goes boom boom like a speed bump. This does not. You can go across like this, you don't even feel it. This leaves a boom boom, a speed bump, because you're pressing on it a lot. So that's one of the biggest mistakes that I used to do when I first started doing this. And then just practicing and practicing, you start figuring things out, you know what I mean? And that's why I like to do videos, to show people the different stuff that I can do. Most people think I'm full of it, but I don't care. I do help a lot of people, and those are the people that make me good, make me feel good, because I did that video and it helped somebody. You know, and then that person remembers me, and pretty soon I have a lot of friends, real friends. You know what I'm saying? People that actually appreciate, you know, that little stuff that you do. Especially if you don't even know people, you know. I don't know none of you guys, you know, you guys are starting to follow my videos, and, you know, so you guys are kind of like getting to know me, you know, without even knowing me really. But yeah, I don't know how that sounds, but anyways, that's what I meant. Like that. So you want it to be pointy, away from the circle and then back to the circle like that. See that? And that creates that sharpness. Okay, see that? Away from the circle, the heart, and then back to the heart like that. Okay, and one last little one right here. See? And back to the heart like that. Like that. It's starting to look good. I like the way that's coming out. Okay, so what time is it now? It's 10:54. Okay, you guys, so I'm probably gonna finish this part for today. I'm gonna call it a night, because yesterday I stayed up past midnight again. Once I started get going on this, it just keeps going and going and going, and then before you know it, it's morning time, and I gotta go to work, and I can't really sleep in either, because my dad's waiting for me at 6 a.m. to check his blood and give him his medication. So, you know, just because I stayed up late with you guys or drawing or whatever it is that I do, my dad, he's very punctual. So I gotta make sure that I'm there. I don't want to have him, you know, him waiting for me, and he starts worrying, really. He's all like, once in a while he'll say like, oh, you know what, I thought you went to jail or something. And I'm like, Dad, I haven't been to jail in many, many years, Dad. And he'll be like, yeah, I know, but, you know, sometimes I just think you're in jail. And I'm like, no, Dad, I was not in jail. So that's why I don't like to make him wait, because my dad is punctual. Plus, he deserves that respect of not being all late on him, you know what I mean? Because my dad, every time we asked something from him, he was always right on it. Not like, you know, not like, oh, maybe tomorrow kind of thing. No, like, right on it. So, it's like for work, when we used to work, my dad, before he got retired, we used to go to the job sites, right? And we'd have an appointment with the client, or the general contractor, or the architect, or whoever, right? And we had an appointment at 7 with them, or let's just say 8 o'clock. If we had an appointment with them at 8 o'clock, my dad would always tell us, look, son, these people are gonna be meeting us. We don't want them to wait on us. We want us to wait on them. So let's get there early. We'll be like, sure, Dad, of course. So then if we had the appointment at 8 o'clock, we'd be there at like 7, or 6:30. You know, it's the kind of person my dad is. And so that's why I got that from him myself. That, you know, when I go to a job interview, I mean a job estimate, I'm always there before, no matter what. You don't want your client to be waiting for you. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but look, this pen is starting to leave those balls again because I haven't cleaned it. See that? Look how dark that thing is. See that? Compared to just a regular line. That's what messes it up. And there's one right there. See, I know you guys can't see it, but I can see it. So while it's still wet, what I do is I smear it. I use it. I spread it around where it needs to go. And then you can't even tell it's there. But if you wait until tomorrow, you'll see it. And you can't get rid of it no more. So you need to be on it. Like that. See, it's pretty good. So anyways, guys, I used to sell patterns like this to guys in jail, prison, or whatever, and they would shade it in. You know, I would sell them the outline like this, like this, like this part here, and then they would see me, you know, drawing, and they would try to do it, and you know. Back in the days, I would get incarcerated, then I would go back or whatever, and I'd still see my drawings being passed around, my patterns. People used, you know, how they put lead from a pencil behind the paper, and then they'll go on the front and they'll trace it, and then it leaves the pencil thing, you know, for tracing for people that they draw, beginners. And people would make copies and copies, but I would still recognize that it was one of my drawings. You know what I mean? Okay, so anyways, back to over here, reality. So now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shade this leaf in first, because I'm already here. Okay, I could do this one over here because that's the one I did first, but I'm here, so this is the one. Okay, so you go like this, people. What I like to do is I like to make a line that kind of goes not straight down the middle, but you want it to curve, okay? Kind of like this, and then back. See that? It's not a straight line, like that, okay? And so then what I like to do is I'll make another line that's perpendicular to that line with a little space in between, so you still see that they're not together, okay? Not together, like that. See that? Okay, so now what I do is I go like this, people. I go boom, like this, and I'll make a line that kind of goes into that. See that? Like that. See that? And then I'll go another one like this. And then this one, I'll make it go into that, like that. Same thing here, and I'll make it curve, never straight, like that. See that? And then I'll start up here again on this opposite side, and I'll do the same thing. Just very gently, like that. And then another one. And remember, I'm not pressing on it. I'm going lightly in the direction that I want. And then the more times I go over it, that's when it gets dark, okay? So that's how you make a dark line. Don't just press and pull it. Go lightly and go again and again and again and again and again until it becomes the darkness that you want, okay? So don't press on it. Don't be going like that, okay? It leaves an indentation in your paper, and then if you're going lines this way or you're going across, it'll go dun dun, like a speed bump. So don't do that, okay? So I'll show you on this other one right here. So what I do is I go very gently, like this. See, then I look at it, see, and I can make it turn. I'll make this one turn, and I'll make it turn back again. See that? So now what I do is I go back and forth on that same line very gently, like this. And the more you go over it, the darker it becomes, okay? So that's how you make a dark line. Don't be pressing on it because it leaves big indentions on your paper, and then it's really hard to shade, guys. Okay, so for those of you that are gonna be trying this later, that's why I like to do live videos like this, because I can explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. That's why my show at I do my show at work, and I do it live so I can see how it left another little ball of ink there. That's not what I want. Look at that. See all that buildup? You guys see that? Look at that. That's the buildup, and then that's my line now. That's why you want to be cleaning your pen. That's why I have this here. Okay, guys? And I have this for my hand. If I don't use it for my hand, this would have been all smeared already. I mean, probably would still would look okay, but it smears, and I can see the difference, and I don't like that. So that's why I use my paper like this, guys. Same thing here. I'm gonna go like this. Boom, 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 boom. See, very lightly, and I just keep going over and over. At the end, see how I don't want it to be super dark like over here? So that's why I started like this. Get it dark. Light, 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 stop. See that? And then I can make it dark over here. So that's how you get it from real dark to nothing. Okay, guys? Okay, so that's starting to look pretty good, huh? All right. So same thing over here. See how you can't tell that there was a heart there now? But I do the heart shape for the leaves because that's a real simple way that when I first started drawing, that's how I started. I figured it out. I figured that if I use hearts, because I was drawing hearts anyways, and then I started fiddling with them and little by little, and then I'm like, oh wow, this works really good. So now every time I draw a rose, I use hearts for the stem, for the rosebud, and then for the leaves, and before you know it, you just keep adding to it, and it becomes a beautiful rose. Like that. See that, you guys? That's looking good. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this big leaf. And remember, guys, this is not supposed to look like a real rose. So for those of you that are over there, oh, that doesn't look real, it looks like a cartoon, blah, 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 blah. It's not supposed to look real. It's a fantasy rose, so have fun with it, okay, guys? Again, see, never straight, kind of like a curve, okay? And I'll do a parallel line on this side, real close as I can get it, and still have a little bit of white in between those two lines, like that. See that? And then that's gonna help out for the next step, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, so here, I'm gonna go out, and then back in. See that? So it looks like a little curve, like that. Same thing here, I'm gonna go out, and then back in. See that? Okay, then? So it's not a straight line, guys. So out, back in, that's good. It starts getting smaller, so you turn faster, like that. That's pretty cool. Now I feel like this is too far apart, so here I'm gonna add another one. Because remember, this I could do whatever I want, as long as I like it. Like that's pretty good. That's good right there. I don't want to add no more. Like that. Now I'm gonna do this other side here. So I go out on the main line, and then back in towards, like that. That's good enough. Same thing here. Like that. See that? Out and then in. Like that. That's pretty good. I like it. And then probably just one last one right here. Like that. That's good. That's pretty good. I'll do these last two. Okay, you guys see how I just cleaned my pen? And again, look at that, all that buildup. See all that buildup? So don't forget to keep cleaning your pen if you guys are starting to do this, okay, guys? And real important that you use paper like this. And also, if you have your paper like this, don't be going like this neither. No, when I move my hand, I move the paper by itself first, like this, where I want it. Then I put my hand on top of it, okay? Because you want to be... See, you guys don't see my other hand, but my other hand's over here. So when I move it like this, then I put my hand on it. I don't go like this, okay? So I move it with my other hand like this, and I get it to where I want it. Then I move it. Then I hold it. Okay, guys. So it's kind of like a two-hand thing. Okay, so out and then back in. I don't want to do. You never want to do a straight line. Okay, guys. Never a straight line, because in nature there's very few straight lines. Like that. That's pretty good. Oh, I might as well finish it off since I'm here already. Okay. Gentle and then back in, gentle and back in. See that? That's pretty good right there. Like that. And over here. Like that. That's pretty good. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so let's do this right here. Okay, you guys can still see that this one's still hard. You see that? But once I start adding stuff to it, you lose all that. But my point is that if you start with hearts, it's easy to make the rows, and it's easy to make the leaves. And if you guys didn't understand that, you guys can also watch my video from the beginning. Because I know some of you are gonna start liking this. They're like, oh, I gotta try it. Okay, well, start from the beginning, guys, okay? I recommend that if you're gonna be trying to draw these rows and you're a beginner, watch the whole video from the beginning. And I know it's a long video, because look, it's taking me forever to do this, right? But if you're really that motivated, then that's why I recommend you that you watch the video from the beginning. Or you could just do like most people do when you're taking a test, cheat, and just go straight to the last part. And some of you, you guys are drawers already. You guys draw, and a lot of you are going, oh, that guy sucks. He doesn't know how to do it. But this is my personal style, and I don't care what people say. But okay, so I'm not that good. I've seen guys that are bad. I mean, bad to the bone. Like my friend Alfonso Dominguez. You guys probably know him, right? That dude is a badass. And I have some other friends that are real good too. Me, it took forever, but I still like the way I do it. Okay, guys, so that's what I did. So now I'm gonna go ahead and shade these leaves in. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them look like this part right here. You guys see this, how I did this with the dark green and the light green? So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna use the light green now inside, and then that gives it that effect right there, and then it'll look tight. Or at least I think it will. We'll find out. Everybody finally went to sleep. Is there anybody back? Is there anybody here at all? I see 0. Does anybody hear me? I guess not. That's time to quit. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be right back in a second. Everybody went to. Hey, there's somebody here. What's happening? Thought everybody left already. Hey, the Rockstar Mason's still here? Let me see what's happening with that vato. I'm surprised it's up this late. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with this, you guys. And then I'm just gonna shade this part of the leaves here, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Because staying up every day is not a good idea. La, 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 la. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna finish these leaves, and then I'm gonna call it a night because it's already getting kind of late and my eyes hurt already, so it's not a lot of fun. Okay, so let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so on this part, you guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the light green again, this light green right here, and that way this dark green here is the outline, and it'll look like this part right here, which is, I like that. I like the way that came out. So I'm gonna go ahead and shade this first one here, and then I'll do the rest of them the same way, okay? Here we go. La, 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 la. No. La, 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 la. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this leaf here. Okay, on this one I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go like this. Make a little separation there, guys. Like that. That looks good. Don't touch it. Don't mess it up. Like that. That's good. I'll continue with the next section here like this. And on this one I'm not gonna leave any space. Just fill it in like this. See that? Okay. Like that and leave it. That looks good. Same thing here. Just gonna leave a little tiny space on that one. Fade it in. Done. Like that. Same thing on this side. I'm gonna start over here. Like that. And leave it. That looks good. See that? Okay. Barely see now, you guys. It's not because the light's been the same, but when I draw too long, my eyes are starting to hurt now, and doesn't feel too good. So I think I'm gonna be cutting my hours on this drawing stuff, because I am hella rusty. Like I was telling you, it's been like, I don't know, like 27 years since I last did a drawing like this. And I was incarcerated, so I had all night. I used to like drawing in my cell by myself because everybody else is sleeping and there's nobody bugging you and people bumping into your table and just having to hear negativity all the time. So drawing to me is like reading a book, you guys. Like, you know how people read a book to, to get away from reality or whatever you want to call it? I do the same thing when I draw. I get really into it, and that's what I do. Give me a second here. Concentrate. If you know what I mean. Well, there's actually people joining in now. Right on. Well, welcome to the show. Let me see who's over here. Hey, what's happening? It's looking good. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can't look at the screen because I have to be concentrating down here. But I do take breaks periodically, and I do check out the screen to see, if people are still here. When people start showing up, then I gotta keep going, But I thought everybody was gone, and then all of a sudden people are starting to join up again. So I'm gonna keep this going a little bit longer. See how far I can get. I'll probably finish all these at least before I call it a night. That way tomorrow I can continue with the ones over here, these ones here. And remember, guys, I start all my roses, I start them with hearts. So for those of you that saw me beginning this, I don't think that many people were here when I started this. There was only like a few people watching me. So what I did is I started with a big heart right here. See, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a heart inside this rosebud. And then what I do after, when I do a nice big heart, I start adding leaves, rose petals to it. Before you know it, you don't even know it's there, see? And I do the same thing with my leaves. I start out with the heart like this. See how it's a heart, that's a heart, that's a heart, that's a heart. And then I start manipulating little by little, little by little. Then after all, you don't even see that it's there. But if you look at my drawings, you see a lot of hearts. There's 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 blah. And that's going to be one of the questions that I'm going to be asking people, okay? How many hearts are in my rose? And a lot of you ain't going to know because you didn't watch the show or you didn't watch the video. But those of you that are watching or see my videos, you'll know exactly how many because you can count them. 1 here. Each leaf is a heart, blah, 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 blah. You keep counting them. And then there's more hidden. There's going to be hidden ones everywhere. So the only way you'll know exactly where they're at is if you actually watch me draw them, because then I cover them up and you don't see them no more. Okay, guys? I mean, there's going to be a few that are obvious that are there. And that's the first thing people are going to say. Oh, well, I see 3. Okay, great. Thank you. Wrong answer. Next. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be giving these drawings away, and I want to make sure people actually earn them, win them. And I can't just be giving them away left and right. Where would I end up? No way. I couldn't do this for everybody. But this is for His Sunny Days 68. I think she's here with us right now. She's over here on TikTok. Okay, so anyways, I'm continuing this for you. I hope you're starting to like it. I'm going to probably finish this for tonight, and then I'm going to call it a night. Unless more people join. If more people join, I'll keep going. That's not a problem. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But I do want to finish this area first before I fall asleep. Give me a minute, people. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm starting to like the way it's coming out. Because when I take a break, I'm also looking at it from up here, you guys. See, I'm looking at it from way up here. That way I can kind of see what I want to do next. Because I'm still going to be adding more stuff around it. Before you know it, it's going to be full of stuff here. But for right now, this is the main object, so that's why I'm concentrating on that. Mm-hmm. You guys are gonna love it. And see, so this is the kind of stuff that I do on my show, because I see other people that make videos, right? They make videos and they have, they stream and all that. And there's guys that draw, okay, and they draw way better than me, and they have a lot of viewers, but that's all they do. All they do is draw. And then I see guys that do construction. They do stonework or whatever, and that's all they do. And they only do reels. They don't do live videos like myself. See, I do it live at my work also, because I don't use any filters and I can answer people's questions when I'm actually doing the work. Same thing right here when I'm drawing. I can answer any questions you guys might have or stuff like that. So that's why I try to bring different kinds of content, people, because I'm competing against a lot of people that draw and they paint and all that, and they're good. They're better than me. But I also do construction, and I also do other videos on other stuff, and I also dance, and I act like a clown or whatever. But I think I have a little bit of everything. So when I competing against somebody that draws like this, way better even, that's cool and all. He's better than me, but I do other stuff that he doesn't do, because most people, they just do one thing. They either draw or they dance. You know what I mean? They don't do both. And I don't dance either. I just act like a clown or whatever. But people like it, So that's what I do, guys. So I'm still thinking of how I'm gonna be doing the lettering when I do the ribbon down here. And I was thinking of making some Old English or some calligraphy, okay? So I'm still gonna think about that, unless his Sunny Days wants either one, which is fine also, but I'm just kind of brainstorming on what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with this leaf here. I'm gonna finish it all the way 100%, and then I'll move on to the next one or whatever. Because you don't want to be jumping around from this one to that one or whatever, because then you lose track of what you were actually doing. Okay, guys? So let's continue here with this one. So on this one, I'm just gonna go like this, like that. See that? That looks tight. Same thing with this one. I'll connect it with that. Shade it in a little bit, and that looks tight. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Okay, I'll do the same thing over here. Fade it in, touch it in. That looks tight right there. I like that. All right. You know what, guys? I'm missing some music here. What's really going on, man? Yeah. Now we're talking. Alright, so let's continue with this leaf. So I'm gonna go like this. I like the way it's coming out, so I'm not gonna change it. Okay, because then your other leaves will start looking totally different, and you don't want that. Okay, so now that I can start anywhere on the leaf. I can start up here, down here, wherever, because I already know exactly what I'm gonna be doing, like on this side, see? So I can start anywhere I want and just kind of fill it in as I go. Okay, guys? I'd probably be more on this rose if I wasn't really talking to anybody, because if I just go at it, but then that's no fun. And I know you guys, I'm probably boring you guys, and most of you guys are probably watching this because of the drawing. So I'm sorry about that part. I'll try to come up with better conversation for you. So also when I'm doing a live and you guys are chatting with me, you guys could also tell me, hey, why don't you talk about this when doing your drawing, because I watch you and you're boring as hell, so please talk talk about something else, you know, or have a guest on your show. Like Angelica, she helps me on my shows a lot. I like her very much. But you know, she's busy all the time. And sometimes if you're one of my viewers and you want to come on here, chit chat with me for a little bit, I always give people like a minute or so. You know what I mean? Because I gotta get other people on here, and then, but you know, if you guys just want to chat with me for a minute or so, you know, let me know when I'm actually watching the screen. Because right now I'm not even paying attention to the screen. I can't. It's impossible. It's like texting and driving, guys. You know, you're gonna crash or some shit. I don't want to crash. I want this to look real nice. So I have to concentrate on my canvas and forget about my phone. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do before I continue with these other ones, I'm going to finish it off 100%. So on this part, I'm also gonna do the same effect I did over here, the scraggly stuff. You guys can't see it from there, but I could see it. And so the same thing I did here. See that? That makes it look nice. And it gets rid of all these sharp edges, okay? I did it in the dark green because when I do the scraggly like this, my light green does not cancel that. It just helps it smear a little bit, and that's what I want. Okay, guys? Like that, see that? You can't tell from where you're at, but I can see it. And I'm still gonna be adding more color and everything, you guys, so don't think that I'm done yet. I think I'm estimating this drawing to take me about another week. And that's doing a few hours a day. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm gonna stop right now and continue next week kind of a thing. That would be like, I started drawing this today about, I don't know, it's already been a few hours, like 4 hours already, okay? And then yesterday I worked on it like for 5 or 6. And then the day before that I worked on it for like another 5. So believe it or not, this drawing has taken me already that much time, okay? I've been working on it for 3 days now. And each day I've worked on it a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours, okay? Right now I'm already working on my 5th or 6th hour on this, I think. But this is what I like to do, guys. See how nice that's looking? Can you guys see the difference between this one and this one now? See? And then you can see the difference between this one and that one now, see? So that's why I do things in steps. So then, I do things in steps so that when I continue with the next one, I already know exactly what I'm gonna be doing and I don't have to figure it out anymore, okay? So for those of you that are gonna be trying this, don't jump around from thing to thing. Figure something out first. That's what I do over here. See, I doodle and I clean my pen on this so that when I try it on here, I already know what it's gonna do, okay? And then you make less mistakes that way, guys. Trust me on this. Trust me. Okay, that looks good right there. That looks good. I'm not gonna mess with it no more. Except maybe here. Maybe here and there. That's good. That's it. No more. That's good. Okay, so that's looking good. You see that? See now this, and this are starting to look the same, right? Similar. So I'm doing not exactly the same, see? But similar because it's still the same plant. So anyways. Alright. Still got people alive in here. Right on. Appreciate all you guys' help. Thank you very much. His sunny days. I'm sorry it's taking me forever, baby, but you know, I'm trying to do the best I can. I hope you like it. Alright, so I'm gonna continue. I want to finish at least this today before I fall asleep. So let me see. I'm gonna do exactly the same effect as that, which is just to start shading it and then giving it the scragglies. Okay, guys. Okay. So like this. Okay, so on this one I'm gonna do the double line also to keep it the same. That. Continue to the next one. Let's see. Yeah, having music really helps draw, guys. When I was incarcerated and stuff, there's no music. I mean, yeah, you have walk bands or whatever, but it's not the same as being able to play the music that you want. You know, whichever song it is or whatever mix. So I'm gonna start drawing more because it does make me feel good. I like when I'm drawing; it makes me feel like, like I'm really there, like touching that rose. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, so let's continue here. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I like it. So same thing here. See, so what I'm trying to do is, even though it looks like I'm blending it in too much, I'm not. Just from little area to little area. Don't try to fill it in too fast because then you don't get that little effect. Okay. Okay, like that. That's good enough. Okay, so let's continue on this side. That's pretty good right there. Now this little part. You don't want to miss anything because you don't have to come back to it. Since you're already there, the pen's already there, they're pretty much in that same direction. You want to go ahead and finish it off. But there's always something, right? Trust me, there's always something. Okay, that looks good. Let's continue with this one over here now. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna leave it for I start messing with it too much. Okay, you guys still see how I don't skip steps though, right? Because if you skip steps, then it looks weird because you start changing things. So that's why you do the same step all the way around first, and then you continue. Give me some Duracell. My eyes hurt. I try not to blink somehow, guys. I try not to blink, right? And so it makes my eyes kind of hurt, watery sometimes. I'm not used to drawing that much anymore. The only bad thing is that once I start doing this, I kind of like it, so I keep going and going and going and going and going. And, which is good. The only thing is my eyes hurt, so that's the only bad part of it. Okay, so let's continue with this right here. That looks good right there.
Sometimes it can feel like there's no way out of
More
treatment-resistant
here.
depression.
Yeah,
You
like
take
that.
one antidepressant after another, and they aren't working for you. It's like you're going in circles.
Believe it or not, but
Turn
sometimes
to a different choice.
I've used the cheapest pens you can think of, and they do the best shading, guys. These pens cost me a lot of money, and they stink. I don't like it. I'm not gonna buy them again. So I'm just gonna finish this one drawing here, and then I'm not gonna use them for anything. So like me, I have thousands of pens. I have a shit load of pens, because I like using pens, different colors, different brands, different sizes, different, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so when I do a drawing, I try my pens really quick, see if I like them, see if the color is right, and all that kind of stuff, you guys. So that's one of the things I collect is I collect the pens. So if any of you out there have a special pen or something you want to give me, I will put it to good use. Okay. So anyways.
Spravato is not for use as a medicine to prevent or relieve pain. Spravato may cause serious side effects, such as increased blood pressure, problems thinking clearly, or bladder
That's good
problems.
right there.
With fewer depression symptoms, you may begin to
Right
feel
here.
like yourself again. Ask your doctor about Spravato.
Yeah, right there's good. See, I don't want to blend it all in 100% because then you don't see nothing. Okay, so that's why you want to leave different tones of white. Okay, so now see how I finished it right now. I don't know if whoever's paying attention, can you guys see the difference between this leaf and this leaf now? Okay, so see it goes in stages. See, all right, you see that? Okay, so now on this one, it's almost identical to that, but it needs the scraggly stuff that I do on the edges. And I'll have to do those now before I forget, and then I don't have to come back to it. So I'm already here. I'll do it real quick like this. That you can barely tell. You guys probably can't see it from where you're at, but I can see it, and I'll do it now before something else happens. That makes that darker green blend into the paper, like it just kind of fades into nothing. That's what you want, but you don't want sharp edges when you're doing pen. And pen is very difficult to use because, like I told you, once you could ink on that paper, you can't erase it anymore, okay? So try to just practice. Don't try to go all out right away. I do this because I'm used to it. And even though it's been over 27 years since I've done something like this, I still know the technique. It's like riding a bicycle. Once you learn it, you don't forget. Okay? And I still have a lot of pens that I've been collecting, and I haven't used them because I have no time to draw. But now that I have viewers that like my drawings, I'm gonna keep drawing. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So, brainstorming on stuff I'm gonna be drawing next. I want to draw that drawing for I'm Carmen, that boy that follows me. So I don't know if he's watching right now. Let me see. I don't think so. So anyways, I'm gonna keep going for a little while longer, you guys. Anyways, I wanted to do a drawing for him because I promised him I was gonna make him my cake on my show live. And then you know what? I forgot. I didn't forget because I was, but he told me his birthday, and I thought it was June 14th, and as you all know, we're in July. So then on July 14th, he told me, hey, you forgot my birthday, right? And I'm like, no, I did. It's supposed to be June 14th. And then he told me that it was, the other day. So anyways. Okay, you guys, so let's continue. So this one's done. See, I did all the scragglies around. That looks nice, beautiful. I'm gonna continue with this one now, okay? And so far and so fit. So see, like on this, I can do whichever one because I know the steps I'm gonna be doing, see? So, but you don't wanna be jumping around like this. I can do any one of them because I'm already here. I can do this one, and I'm already here for this one, and I'm here for that one, instead of having to turn the paper up a million times. Okay, so that, like me, I can shade towards me, sideways, upside down, in any direction because I've done it so many times, okay? But it's still, it comes into like second nature to me is what I'm trying to say. Like breathing kind of, you know what I mean? So like I said, I'm brainstorming on what I'm gonna be doing on drawings and stuff. This one's still gonna get more stuff. This ain't done. This is just the beginning. Because that's what I do. Okay, that's good right there. Maybe a little bit more right here. Right there, because I don't want to mess it up. there. That's good. Okay, so now step 2.
This is my favorite kind of work. We're a dream team. I see really good stuff just thrown away. If someone else can reuse it, that's huge.
Yeah, you guys. So, anyways, I've been to people's houses before,
That's one of the highlights.
and I still see my drawings up on their walls sometimes. Really old. Some of the first stuff I used to do, it wasn't as good, but it brings back memories, and I remember, oh, I was in such institution in that time, or whatever, you know what I mean? And I can see the difference also on my old drawings versus the later ones. Oh man. Right there, that's good. That looks pretty good, guys. Alright, let's go. Let's do this other side. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna continue right here. You know what's so surprising though, guys, is the way technology has advanced so much. Look at this. I'm able to listen to some music and have people hear me and watch what I'm doing all around the world. And it's cheap now. Like computers when they first came out were real expensive and all that. And now anybody could have it. You have a phone, you're set. The whole world can see you. And honestly, since I've been a kid, I always wanted to be famous and stuff. You know what I mean? So I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to just random people, whether they like hearing what I'm saying or not. It's cool to be able to just talk to people. Okay, so let's go right there. Continue right here. Man, that coffee's kicking in. I shouldn't have drank that cup of coffee. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Oh well, I'll just continue here. Okay, we still got people here right on. I'm gonna continue then. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this one first. here, guys. That's why I'd rather drink a stick of health than coffee, because with a stick of health I can fall asleep. And when I drink coffee, you guys, oh man, it's over. So that's why I drink a stick of health and not coffee. But I messed up right now. I drank a cup of coffee, and it's that espresso stuff. So it's like, oh, no, they taste really good, you know, but they wear you up. Let me tell you. Okay, like that. That's good right there. La, 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 la. Alright, that looks good. Let's just continue so we can finish, and I can rest my eyes a little bit. After hours of holding this pen, you guys are gonna get blisters. So just, if you guys try this, just, you know, heads up. What happened to my music? Oh, I knew something was wrong here, guys. I could just imagine myself being a DJ, right? Like late at night, and people listening to him. He's playing all jams, which is basically what I'm doing. So that's what I'm talking about, technology. You know, I can actually play any music for anybody, dedicate whatever to them, to whoever they're with. Kind of whisper in their ear. But with technology, it's even better because they can actually watch whatever you want them to watch. And that's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty good. You know what? Sometimes I do drawings like this, right, people? For those of you who are still listening, sometimes I do drawings like this, and I'll use color pencil, and it saves me hours and hours of this shading with the pen. But the color pencils don't leave it as good as the pen does. And also, when you use color pencils and the pen, and the combination, that makes it even way better than just either the pen or the color pencils. Okay, so that's just kind of information out there. Because I'm gonna mix color pencils with this too, you guys. That's gonna be one of the later on stages of this little drawing here. Oh man, he's killing me with that lousy ass voice. Film some oldies, homies. Like that. Okay, so now, see, like I can shade in any direction, you guys. But if you guys start doing this and you just barely started, I recommend that you only shade towards you or away from you. But don't try to go sideways like I'm doing, okay? Or upside down or stuff like that, because it will not turn out too good. Trust me on this. That's good, but it's starting to get too dark right there, you guys. It's a really close area, and I gotta be a little bit more careful. So I want the fence to blend in on both sides, okay? There's gotta be some kind of intermediate, like that. That looks good. Alright, let's continue with this side here. That's good right there. Let's see, that's looking good. La 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 la. I don't know whether I'm getting sleepy or if I'm just tired, but yeah.
Purple Garden Psychic Reading. Download now.
I can even shade in my dreams sometimes. That's pretty good right there.
Expedia, hotels, flights, and car. Get it today.
That's pretty good right there.
Excuse me, madam. You're standing still in a no parking zone.
I used to love this song when I was a little kid. I still do, actually. What am I talking about? It's one of my favorite jams. I used to have the record. Well, I mean, not me. My brother had that record. He was older than I am. He's about 6 years older than I am. And he used to have this. And he used to have the Daz Band. And then he also had the Zapp and Roger, right? And those old ass records. And I was a little kid and I used to play his records all the time. So these songs are, when I was a little kid. My brother, he was already in high school or junior. No, he was in junior high when Zapp and Roger were like, in full effect. And when he was in junior high, I was in kindergarten, okay? And then a few years passed by, and I started listening to those records because my brother used to play them. You know what it is? You see, monkey do. So I used to see my older brother play them. So then I would play them when he wasn't around. And all those songs just kind of stuck to me, you guys. That's why I'm always listening to Zapp and Roger and stuff. Because even Zapp and Roger, they're way before my time. Okay, they're like from, I don't know, like 1979, 7 and all that, you know. And I graduated high school in 93, you know. Anyways. Okay, so I like the way that's looking. That's good. Okay, so let's just continue. Shake it, baby. Baby. That's pretty good. Okay, let's continue this side right here. It's 11:59, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep after this because I do have to get up early in the morning. Remember when we were teenagers, guys, and it's like, oh man, staying up all night was no big deal. Like, what are these old folks complaining about all the time? Now that I'm the old folk, I know what the old folks were talking about in those days. Because, you know, I mean, you can stay up all night or whatever, drink a lot of coffee, but the next day you do feel it in your body. Your body's not can't concentrate, and you don't want to be drinking a lot of coffee either to get back. It's like doing drugs, you know. You do drugs and then you come down, and people want more, and pretty soon you want more and more, and that never goes away. So the way to avoid that is not to do drugs to begin with.
Much when dogs are excited to see me.
Or in this case, get enough sleep so I don't have to be all tired tomorrow.
And they bonded deeply.
She gives medicine a sense
Instead of having to drink a lot of coffee or rely on pills or drugs or whatever.
The signs and took her to the
But
in-store vet. She's now receiving treatment.
I'm almost done anyways.
In Piper's older years, Yvonne catered her grooming around more rest breaks because she couldn't hold the position for as long.
It makes me feel good about what I do. It's nice to hear that you're appreciated.
It's very, very. I'm sorry.
That's pretty good right there.
It's just
Let
really
me
nice
look
to
at it,
hear
see.
that they cared about how much.
Okay, so I can see two things that I haven't done that these other ones have, which is this gradually effect on the edges around the perimeter.
They're always comfortable.
This one has it, this one has it, and that one has it, but these two do not have it.
It's not right.
They're trusting me with the
So I'm
care
gonna
of
do
the
that
family
next.
member.
treat them like if they were my family. If it was my dog.
I love grooming.
Before I forget. And I know you guys probably can't see it from there, but I can see it. That's pretty good.
I don't know if you can see this, but it's called the Case Connect Compensation Calculator right here. And
Like that, that's
it's for
good.
$60,000 and I'm about to go cash it.
For those of you that don't know what Case Connect is, it's one of the largest settlement payout companies in the world. They developed this app that has helped over 140,000 people get paid huge checks after
That's way
their
better.
accidents. The app asks you 4 simple questions, then compares your car accidents, millions of other accidents. Then we can tell you instantly if you call.
I don't want to hear about that. I'd rather hear music. Hey guys, yeah, it's looking good, huh? It's a little bit more right here. Looks good right there. That's pretty good. Okay, now this one needs it too. Let's do it before we forget. And I know this little last detail I'm doing here, guys, doesn't like, why is he doing that? You can't even tell the difference. I could tell the difference. So that's why I'm doing it now, before I forget. So you have one part looking one way, and you look at the other part and it looks different, and you don't want to forget that step. So it's looking better. I had a lot of drawings, my old drawings, guys, but they're burning on fire. My sister said she saved them, but they're still kind of burnt a little bit. I'm gonna get them so you guys can check them out. Tell you guys so you guys can get an idea of more stuff that I do. And I do have drawings on my page, on there somewhere, of different stuff that I've done. My sisters, both of my sisters, they collect my stuff. They like it, but especially when they were younger in high school, they like that cholo stuff. And I used to do that all the time. My sisters and my little brother too, Eric. He used to have his binder, those binders back in the days. They're white, and then you put pictures in there and all that. Eric would have my drawings on his binder when he was a little kid. You guys all know Eric, right? My little brother Eric. Well, he's not my little brother anymore, but he's still there. So anyways, let me see. You need to drink some Azteca water too. Yeah, right. That's right, man. That's right, Hector. See this Hector there? Simon. Well, anyways, let me look at it and see what I'm gonna do next before I do it. Okay, so this part's almost all done here. And I'm gonna be doing this part and this part the same as this area here, okay? And then the stem, obviously I gotta continue it. So the next step for me to be doing, I'm gonna do this little stem real quick right now before I forget. So this whole area will be done, and then when I go to the next stage here, I won't have to go back anymore. Okay, so let's do that right now. For those of you that are still awake, right on. Let me see. Es hot. ¿Lo tienes? ¿Sí? ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo estás, man? How are you guys up to 12 a.m.? That's right, Kevin Coffer. Like I said, you guys, my eyes hurt right now. I can barely concentrate, so I can't really read that. So anyways, I do see there's Kevin. Right on, Kevin. Over here we got, dice que I'm back. All right, thank you for being back. We love you, we miss you. Okay. So anyways, look, I'm finishing this up right now, you guys. For those of you that are joining or have been here for a while, I did this area today, and I did this area today. So I did all this, and I did this, and then I did part of this part here. So as you can see, this is already 3 days worth of work. I started this drawing around today. I mean, today I started around like 8 o'clock. So right now I'm already 4 hours into it, a little bit more, because it was like seven something. So anyways, this is this and this and this. That's 4 hours worth of work so far. And as you can see, when I'm on doing this, I'm not like dancing around for you and clowning around like I usually do, because I have to be concentrating on this. So yeah. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna continue to do this part right here before I forget, and then I'm gonna save the rest of this for area for tomorrow. All right. Okay, guys, so check it out. This is what I'm gonna do on this, okay? So on this part, I don't want that little stem to look exactly like the main stem, okay? I want it to look similar but different. Okay, so let's do this. Like I tell you, I always have a little scratch pad here, thingamajiggy. So when I try my pen, I know what I'm gonna be doing. Like if I want to do a fine line, I'll see what it does. Okay, I'll look at it, see what it does. If I want to do a dark line, I know what it does. But you don't never do this, because it puts a big indentation in your paper, and then when you try to go like this, it goes boom, 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 like a speed bump. Never do that. Okay, so what you want to do is, when you want to make a dark line, you make a real light line, just barely on top of the paper, like this, and you make it the shape that you want, just barely like this, okay? Like that. Now what you want to do is you keep going back and forth like that, see? You follow that line, just barely guiding it on top, okay? Back and forth like that, see? Boom, like this. And then you get a dark line without the boom, 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 okay, guys? And that's very important when you're doing shading like this. Because if I did that every time on this, there's no way I'd be able to get that little fine detail in there, guys. See that? And that's a fact. This, okay, guys, so let's continue so I can go to sleep. Okay, so on this one, I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it with a dark pen, but I'm also gonna, on this one, I'm also gonna use the lighter one, and it'll give it that nice effect, guys. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add that little squiggly thing on the little stem like this, guys. Watch. Okay, this one here. Like that, and then I'll go in. And I'll connect it to that little stem, and that'll do it right there. That'll be enough so that it doesn't look like it's a boring little stem, okay? And then I'll do the same thing to this part over here. Go up. Make it point up a little bit, and then go to the stem, and that'll do it. And that keeps it from being just like a basic little stick, okay? Just gives it that nice little effect. Okay, like that. Like that, see that? Okay. Now, on this other side, I also wanted to give it the same little effect. So on this one, I just go like this a little bit. Like that. See that? And I connect it to that stem down here. That'll do it right there. Kind of like a thorn, but not really. Alright, so same thing, I keep going. On this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just kind of like this, and like that. That'll do it. Real basic, same thing over here. Just go out a little bit, go back down, and it's good enough. Like that, see that? Okay, guys, like that. Keep it nice and dark. So now I can connect this little stem to this other one, see? Like this, just very lightly. It's already connected, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit darker, and that's it, done. So on this part, I do the same thing here, okay? I'm gonna go connect my stem, to this and leave it. Okay, see that? And I'm gonna do that little leafy thingamajiggy. This time I'll do it slightly different, so it never looks the same. Like that. Let's do it. That's perfect. Okay, so now I'll do one right here too. And this one connects to that one. Like that. And that'll do it. Okay? Like that. See that? And that keeps it from being a boring little piece of stick. There, like that. Like that. Better stop it before I mess it up. Alright, so it looks good.
Nike, shoes, apparel, stories.
Like that. That's good, guys. I don't want to mess it up.
Get it today.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and color it in a little bit. And on this, I'm going to be using this one again. I'm gonna do something simple because it's a real small area, so I'm just gonna go like this. Make it look like it's wood, in and out, okay? Something over here, go in and out. Shade it both ways. And that's that. See that? That looks cute, right? So I'm gonna connect it all the way down here real quick. Like that. And that'll do it. That's all I gotta do. That's it. See that? And I'll do it all the way to the edge, all the way to the end. And it'll look like that little branch bends a little bit. See that? And that's it. That's all I gotta do. That's good. And then over here one, just slightly, very so gentle, like a woman. Very gentle, ladies. And that's what you get with me. You get gentleness. Yeah. And I'm not kidding either, huh? Like that, that's pretty good. See that? Okay. So here, I'm also gonna just do one right there, just to give it a nice little, yeah, like that. See? That's good. Okay, so this needs a little bit right here. And this is all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna shade it down. And that's it, because it doesn't have that much space to play with, guys. And remember, you don't want it to just all blend in. That's not the point. Okay? Too much blending in is no bueno, guys. Like that. That looks good. Like that. See that? Like that's good, guys. Like that. That looks good. I don't like these commercials. They throw me off. Every time a commercial catches me up balance, I don't like it. Okay, so I see a couple of little touch-ups that I need to do here, like this part right here. Like that, that'll do it. So when you mix a dark green and a light green like I'm doing here, it's a lot easier to shade because both colors, even though they mix, you can still tell them apart, guys. So it's kind of like shading, okay? And also, like if you're using a red and a blue, wherever they mix, they'll make like a purple, and it gives it that nice little effect. So it keeps them separated, but it also mixes them where they overlap, and that gives it a nice little effect. Or at least I think so. And see, I'm gonna make my squiggly things like that. That looks tight. Okay, so I only see one couple little things that I need to do on this before I call it quits, and that is to do this. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but on this particular leaf, I have this little, the end, how it goes like that. That one has it and that one has it, but these two don't have it. See that? So I'm gonna do that real quick right now before I forget. So just right here, just go like this. Just like the wind is carrying it. That's good enough. You see that, right? So I'm gonna do the same thing to this one too. This one I'm gonna go like that. See that? You don't want them all to look the same. Okay, like that's good. So now what I'm gonna do is I make the counterpart, which is this one, with this pen. Like that, see? And then it makes it look like there's two pieces of strands, and it makes it look kind of like 3D, guys. At least I keep telling myself that, I don't know. See, like that? That's cool. I like the way that looks. Yeah, like that. And I'll do this other side before I forget. So I do the same thing on this one, guys.
Counting carbs and occasionally forgetting the bolus no longer have to be such a big worry. Every 5 minutes, the system automatically checks, self-adjusts, and corrects insulin delivery to ensure you have the right amount your body needs, 24/7.
Okay, so that's nice. I like. And also one thing I noticed here that I'm here, this leaf here doesn't have that scraggly stuff that I did on these other ones. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one doesn't have it. So I'm gonna do it now before I forget. And then they will all look exactly the same. Like that, alright. So you don't want it to look scraggly. That line is way too dark and it sticks out way too much. So by doing this, it blends it in real good, guys. Check it out. See that? I like that effect. And then when I do my next step, it's gonna make it look tight. Like that, see? Another reason why I'm still up too, guys, is because once I get to drawing, it's one of those things that I do love, okay? I love to do this. And once I get started, I start worrying about it. Oh my God, I'm gonna mess it up, or what am I gonna do here, or I'm gonna lose that pen, or the pen's gonna run out of ink. And I start thinking of all kinds of stuff, you know. And so I just like to keep going at it, and so I can finish it and move on to something else. Okay, but I like the way that this is looking good. Could have done it a lot faster though. I could have just used color pencils, but this effect I like better. And I like a challenge anyways, you know what I mean? I don't like to just do the same thing over and over. Like I'll never do this rose exactly like this ever again. See that? I'll change it somehow. And it'll be in a different position. And it'll be like a closed flower or more open or something, but it's always different with me. And that's the only way to really practice and get better at something, is to do it different every time. Challenge yourself more and you enjoy it more, because it's not you're not doing it. In other words, if you do the same thing over and over, you're just doing a copy, okay? And then you're doing a copy of a copy, and then a copy of a copy of a copy, and then a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and so forth and so forth. I mean, yeah, you get better at it, I guess. Better, you stay limited to your abilities because you don't practice new stuff. See, I do all kinds of experimenting with my pens. See, I have these pens here, and I have all kinds of brands and sizes and all that, right? So I experiment with pens all the time. I take them apart. I get the ink out. I'll mix it. I'll mix this with that, and then this with that to see what kind of colors I get. And then I do different colors. Okay, not just these. These are basic colors. Yes. Okay. So, but sometimes I do some intense stuff where I take my pens apart and I come up with new colors and stuff. That's not here on the outs though. That's when you're locked up and you have 2 or 3 colors to choose from. You have red, and they give you blue, okay, and black. Black you're not allowed to have because the COs use black, so you're either stuck with red or blue. And which let me see, yeah, red or blue they have, and they have no black. So you give somebody a few soups and they'll go steal one from the COs and they'll bring it to me, and then I add black to my drawings. But in drawings, I don't add that much black because when the Hudas are around, they can see that you're using a black pen, right? So what I do is I use color pencils, and that also gives it. You can also get black with color pencils, but you gotta sharpen them a lot, okay? But with the pen, it's a little bit faster, more accurate, and vámonos. So anyways, you guys, oh man, there's still people here. Right on. Hey, so I'm taking a little break. You guys got any questions for me while I'm up here? I'm just kind of brainstorming and seeing what I'm gonna be doing on my next step. I'm thinking of this came out good already. I'm satisfied with this part here. I might add some color, different color later, but as far as the green is concerned, that's done. Okay, and then so tomorrow I'm gonna continue with this part here, and then this part. I should be able to finish this part and that part and the stem tomorrow. And then I'll have this left. Give me a second here. Then I'll have the bottom part down here, which is the ribbon part. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but see, so it goes like this. I'm gonna be putting in this ribbon. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a ribbon here, right? So I'm gonna be putting lettering inside there, either Old English or calligraphy or bubble letters or whatever. And so the rose goes up behind it. Just got a couple more leaves, a couple more thorns that I need to fill in like I did up here. And then I'm gonna add more stuff to it, but later, okay? So, right, tomorrow I'm gonna continue with this part here and this part and the last of the stem. So that'll be done with the greens and this rose part. And then I'm gonna continue with the banner, okay? This banner here, this ribbon. I'm gonna continue with that. And then I'll come back and I'll do this part over here. I did a couple of musical notes. I don't know if you guys can see them, but there are a couple of musical notes here. All right, and I know they're not the actual musical notes. Like I don't write music, you guys. But I know that any dummy can see that they're supposed to be musical notes. Okay, so that's kind of how I do my stuff. I make it simple. I'm not trying to make this look real. Okay, so for those of you that it doesn't look like a real rose, blah 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 blah. Okay, get over yourselves. This is supposed to be a fantasy thing, okay? So it's to be expected, is what I'm trying to say. It's like all that weird art you guys see in the museums all the time. I think that stuff is, honestly, I don't have no taste for it because, I've taken art classes and every year in high school I took art classes. So I know how to follow the rules of art and the way you're supposed to, incorporate light and direction of the light, the texture and all that But this I like better without no rules. You just do whatever you want, and this is what you get. Okay. So when I first started doing this rose, you guys, I started with a big heart. I did a heart like this, like this. Okay, that's a heart. You guys can't see it right now, but I could see it. See that? Okay. And then what I did is I started putting petals, and I did the tip of the heart. I made it a petal going back. See that? And then I added petals left and right, left and right. And then now you don't see no heart there, right? But it's there. And then over here on the leaves, these are all hearts too, okay? There's 6 hearts, 5 hearts right here, I'm sorry. And there's 5 over here. Look, if you look at these other leaves that I did, they're all in the shape of hearts. And the reason I do that is because when you're drawing something like this, I made up a system to where anywhere I want a rose, I'll put a heart there and then I just add leaves to it and it makes it look pretty. Same thing with my leaves. Anywhere I want a leaf, I just put a heart there and then I just add little detail, blah, 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 blah. And there, you don't even see them anymore either. But the only people that know that would be me and now you, because I don't share my secrets with anybody. Like when I'm incarcerated and stuff, I'll do all this stuff in my cell in the middle of the night, you know. And like right now, here I am in my cell in the middle of the night. But in this case, it's my home, and this is my studio here. This is just, I do random stuff here, and so I'm using it as my staging for TikToking, YouTubing, and all that. When I get home from my day's worth of work or whatever it is I did that day. And this is how I relax. I relax by drawing and by listening to my music over there and just talking random stuff. So I'm, it's not like I'm having a conversation with anybody, but there's people here watching me. So, you guys, if you don't like listening to what I'm saying, then just mute it and you can watch the picture anyways. So anyways, that's what it is up to now. Okay, guys, this is tomorrow. And then this will be the day after because this will take me a day by itself, the way I'm doing it like that. Okay, so that's a couple more days worth of work. And then I'm gonna be adding more stuff to the outside of the rose and up here and down here behind it and all that. So it's still gonna take a while, you guys. All right, so for those of you that are curious and want me to hurry up and all that, well, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong channel. I don't hurry up because if I do, I'm gonna mess it up. And it takes too long to start over. I cannot erase because you cannot erase ballpoint pen. Okay, so that's what I'm using. See, using ballpoint pens. Once you mark something, it stays there. You can't erase it. So that's that. Anyways, guys, it's about that time. It's 12:30, and I've had enough for one day. So if you guys have any questions, please ask me now. I'm gonna be here for 5 minutes, and I know that the internet is slow, but when you actually hear me. So I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes and see if you guys want me to answer any questions. And after that, I'm out of here, guys. Nobody? No takers? Oh, let me see. Anthony's here. He'll want to talk to me. I hope, that little shit. I guess not. What's happening, everybody? There's more people joining in. All right. Let me see. Who do we have here? We have, I'm sorry, I can't really read. All right. So we also got a low K 420. Hey, man, what's happening, Holmes? Is it 420 yet? Last time I was my other house, right? And I was doing TikTok and stuff. And then somebody asked me, hey, man, do you smoke reefer and all this and all that? And oh, yeah, of course. Who doesn't, right? And then I grabbed a pack of zigzags and I went like this. I showed it to him, and I was smoking something over here on this side. And I just showed him the pack of zigzags like this. And TikTok cut my live and they banded me and all kinds of stuff, man, which was kind of weak. And here I am back on TikTok on my backup page. So from now on, you guys, if you guys lose me because TikTok turned me off for whatever reason, just go to YouTube or Facebook or wherever, and then you'll find the information to follow me on my new backup page or whatever, guys. Okay? Because it takes me a long time to get followers again to enough to go live. So if you guys lose me here, just go to YouTube, and you guys will see the same thing. See, like over here, this is TikTok right here, and then over here, you guys are watching me on YouTube, and then I'm also gonna be live on. I also do live on Instagram and Facebook, but when I'm drawing, I only do YouTube and TikTok. Okay, guys. So, anyways, that being said, nobody wants to talk, so I'm gonna be going to sleep. You guys, I probably bore you guys to sleep, huh? Alright. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna be that, people. Alright. Oh man, not again. Okay, guys, I gotta go because I got that restriction thing again. Sorry, thank you, bye bye. See, look at that. TikTok gave me a restriction. I must have said something or did something right now. And they gave me a restriction, so I turned it off right away because if you don't, they'll cut your live and then they won't even post it. So that's why you gotta shut it off right away, you guys. For those of you that do TikTok, when it gives you that notification, my advice to you is to shut it off right away and wait a while before you post again. Like right now, I'm not gonna post anymore because it's already 12:35 where I'm at in California, San Rosa, California. And then so by the time I post again, it's already too late. Look, see what it says, you guys? Look, it says live restriction for some audience. Okay, so I must have said something like stuff, I guess. I don't know. It says good feedback, blah 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 blah. This notice is unclear. 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 There we go. And then I'll submit it, and then they get back to you right away, telling you that some whatever live restricted for some audience. Okay, that's not too bad. Probably for kids or whatever. I don't know, but I always put on my videos that it's I'm not making it for kids because kids watch this anyways. But yeah. So anyways, you guys.
It's got to be tied.
So is there anybody that's awake over here on YouTube, or is it just me, you guys? You need to drink some Azteca water to stay awake. I think you fell asleep. So anyways, you guys, I guess there's nobody awake, so I'm gonna go. Hasta la bye bye. I need to get some sleep. Alright, guys. So I'm gonna go to sleep then. You guys are obviously long gone. Good night, everybody. Thank you.